really weird part where there's just it feels weird without Jeffrey Epstein in the background.
Yeah, I know. I miss Jeff. I haven't heard about Jeff for a while.
Right, Last Rights Podcast. Thank you for everyone who subscribed recently. Make sure you give us a subscribe and all that stuff, and go follow Jamie. What I mean is, go follow him at his house and follow his kids home, and tell him off. So they're bad kids.
They need the security detail.
Get yourself a drink. I'm having a little bit of wine. This wine was purchased on my hike last week, and I didn't drink it, so I've got a little bit now.
Nice, bit of white grape, bit of pale vino.
Whatever I could get from the Nisa local at the petrol garage in a little Peak District village called Haversige. Bit of Australia, mate. That isn't. I wasn't doing an Australian accent, all right. I was just doing a different voice.
Good day, mate.
One day I'll wash this, but I literally wear it 3 times a year, so it just sits on my bedroom floor till I need it again. I didn't think that.
Yeah. The flying burrito shirt.
Right, Jamie's here. It looks like he's been drinking in the garden all day. You've gone puffy. I laid inside all day and then went out for an hour at the end. Got a little bit of sun, a little wander around.
I've been up early and I've been doing like a lot of gardening work today, getting it prepped for the weather and shit. But I have had a few beers in the garden also, so it's a mixture of like doing some work in the garden and day drinking beers in the garden.
I'll get I'm going to get my shades on in a bit when we start getting weird later on. I was going to do another
bright in this room. I need them on because the sun is glaring.
Hey, it works. It covers up your face. It's good. There's stuff going on. Lovely evening now in Manchester. Baby Reindeer. We watched it. I can't remember much about it now. I'll show a little trailer of it. Shall I do that?
Let's have a trailer. I watched it last week. I could do with a recap.
Little trailer here. Let me know if you can hear the sound or not. If you can't, I don't know what to do about it. Let's give this a go. This is under fair use, right? We're educating the public and we're talking and commenting about it. This isn't copyright. Go fuck yourself.
I really don't know what it's going to
use.
Can we hear this?
I think one of us is going to have to die now.
You say this woman's stalking you?
Yeah, like 6 months maybe.
Why'd it take you so long to report it?
I think
she's a pussy.
She needs help. She comes to my work, my house.
I got problems.
Like all the time.
Are any threatening towards you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's particularly threatening.
There's a reason you're keeping her around, and maybe it's not.
You had a stalker, Jamie.
She gives.
Nah, I've worked on it.
I had this crazy girl that I'll tell you about later.
Yeah, chiseled jawline. Should we run away together?
She's not really a stalker, but she did cause me some trouble.
I had sort of one for like a couple of weeks.
Not going
well. So is that a question?
Somebody hurt you, didn't they? Who was it?
Martha, can you let go of my hand now, please? Martha, please let go.
Don't you dare!
We'll talk about it more later, but this is another reason this guy's fault. Don't click confirm. Don't confirm that friend request. Block.
Please welcome to the stage, Don.
I'm really worried here.
And Stagholt.
You can't let her affect us like this.
He's the real Darian, but I think his real name was Denian.
It's not her affecting us. It's you.
I miss you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my store.
Are you confusingly attracted to that one?
Say hello to Martha.
Don't you say that to me. Apologize to me right now.
Can't take my mum anywhere.
You're shy.
You indulged her.
Oh, please.
I think you love it.
Look, Martha, just go back home.
I have a sneaky feeling you might be the death of me.
Creepy. There we go. Very, very creepy. I
Crazy.
did enjoy it. I watched it all in one day. Oh shit! I've taken Jamie out. Sorry, I watched it all in one day, and did enjoy it. Got a bit creepy. Obviously, starts out with a creepy woman coming in for free drinks and that, and then she keeps following him around and sending emails. Allegedly, that's what he says. Netflix are pumping it up. It's based on a true story, but I think I don't know. I think some stuff's made up. I think some of the stuff's made up.
Yeah, they didn't just say true story though, right? They said true. They didn't even say based on. They just literally said this is a true story. So it's
Everything
not
happened.
inspired by, based on. So they're making
Everything
quite
happened.
a bold claim there.
Yeah, which
Maybe
is
they didn't
not,
fact check.
maybe it's not. And then he comes out and says the Martha character doesn't look anything like the real woman, but she does, and she sounds like her. And she's a lawyer, and she lives in London, and not very difficult to find. As the TikTok masses found her within about 12 hours. And it's
I never had any. I had and no real reason I couldn't be asked to go and search for. I just it's one of those things. Like I knew everyone knew it was going to happen. People knew what the internet fucking geeks were going to go out and try and find who this crazy bitch was. But I just was. Yeah.
Which some people are saying was his plan because he deliberately made her look just like her and all the details are pretty much correct, right? All the facts. And he's like, "Oh, don't go and find them," really, knowing that people will because that's the internet.
Yeah,
that's what
Scottish
happens.
accent, a little bit curvy, you know,
a little bit curvy. And then she's come out and done an interview with Piers Morgan recently, denying everything. Now, I was believing her for some of that, and then towards the end, she started slipping up.
Yeah,
like she started slipping up. Yeah, with, I was top of my class, but I wasn't top of my class, and then. Okay, I did a law degree, but I don't remember what qualifications I got.
Yeah,
even though I've got a photographic memory
with like 13 different fucking things attached to it, and she couldn't remember what grade she had in any of them. Yeah,
agreed.
And that's what fucking Piers Morgan tried to keep pulling her back on, wasn't it? He just said, said you got a photographic memory, but you don't remember anything about your fucking grades.
Yeah, so that was the interview there. So she did start slipping, and then it's like, well, there would be evidence of those emails. Well, I probably didn't send all those many, maybe 5. I think she probably did. Who knows? But I think she probably did send them. Otherwise she could sue them, right? And then it'll be on discovery if it's not true, and they're saying it's true, and it's been easy to find her. I don't know. She should get some money out of that, but I think she might be mental.
I think
in a nice way. I think she's got a couple of problems, although much better spoken than I thought in that interview, right?
Yeah, she conducted herself well. I mean, all things considered, she did conduct herself well. She didn't fly off the handle or lose her shit. She kept it quite cool. Unless what she's saying is true in regards that she has got a boyfriend or friends that are lawyers, and maybe they sort of prepped her for it and just sort of give her a bit of guidance and said, "This is how you need to act." But then she's a lawyer herself or some shit. If that's true.
Well, allegedly. I mean, who knows? We don't really know if that's true or not, or if it's part of the old.
Allegedly, yeah. But I definitely think she's been prepped for that interview. I think that's gone through a few rehearsals. Definitely, potential questions Piers Morgan would ask.
Which the best wank part, the one where we're all confusingly attracted to the trans woman, and then he's fantasizing about having sex with old chubby Magoo. So that's probably that one. Well, the best. And I did watch it laid on the sofa on a Sunday, and I did all episodes in one go, so I probably did have a wank in there.
Well, yeah, especially the part where she took him to the canal and fucking started tagging on him. That was quite saucy. That was quite interesting.
Indeed, but I thought what might be fun today is to have a look at a Facebook wall. So
she got 2 Facebook pages, so I didn't know which. Well, there's a couple of whatever her fucking name is Facebook pages, but is this her legit one?
This is her. She's got 18,000 followers at this point.
Right. Okay, makes
sense. It's just the way it's like fuck you, Richard Gadd. You accusing him of being a rapist and creeping around on her. My interview on YouTube now. Piers is brilliant. I mean, if this is a troll account, it's a good one, but they've got all the pictures and everything, so they've done quite a good job. She did have some good stuff. She was like, "Why have they got like a fat, ugly woman to play me? Like I look nothing like that." Well,
she's doing justice, sweetheart.
Who thinks Gadd is the one obsessed? Wonder how long Gadd will drag out this for. I'll be trending with Britney. Fuck you, Richard Gadd. A beautiful picture of me. Yeah, this is this is in Portuguese. Enviado do meu iPhone, sent from my iPhone. in little jokes.
Yeah, wasn't there? Because in the program there was a few emails because it says sent from my iPhone, but there was one I picked up. iPhone was spelled wrong. It was
she was typing that in for some reason.
She was typing it in to throw people off. I don't even have an. How many phones did she say she had on the Piers Morgan interview? Like 6 phones,
four phones and 6 email accounts,
6 email addresses. Which, you know, I know a few people with a few different email accounts because they lock themselves out of them and they get in other ones. But
yeah, a couple of phones isn't 2 phones isn't unusual, but 4.
Yeah, that's fine. 4 phones and 6 email addresses.
Now I've probably got 5 or 6 email accounts, but I don't go around stalking people apart from what I'm doing now on the internet. But obviously, be nice to her, and that, you know, it's not. Don't go and enjoy the feed. I'd say don't go too mad with it.
Yeah, I mean, either way you slice it, right? She is clinically fucking insane. If all this is true, she is nuts and she needs medical help. So she's not the real villain in the fucking story anyway. The real villain is that Darian guy who, haven't they sort of questioned 2 people already, producers, and they've well,
Gadd come out and said it isn't this guy because it just looks like him, and he was in he'd written I can't remember what comedy show he'd written, but that was written into it as well. So who knows?
Yeah.
She obviously mental, but listen, I said it earlier, I'll say it now. If half of that is true, Richard Gadd is a pussy. A pussy. Why? How can you get bullied by a woman like that? You say,
have you seen the size of her?
Get lost, and then the 5th time, you punch her on the chin, down by the canal, right?
Which chin?
Which chin exactly? That's the thing That's the thing. First of all, it's a headlock and like a tussle, and then if it keeps going, you knock her out by the canal. Finish with.
Bitch, you got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
So yeah, also pussy for not doing that, and weird, creepy fuck for just letting it go on for so long, like years in the end, and then listening to all the voice messages and that. I mean, he does write himself to be a bit weird in there as well, so fair play to that. But yeah, I don't trust that fucker either. So I think they're both mental.
Yeah,
I think what would be good.
Where like he was like going over the phone records and he was put them in different categories as to time, dates, and like her mood swings and this, that, yeah. I think that, I mean, if that part is true, that's probably like the old Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. You sort of get obsessed and you try to work things out. Maybe, I don't know, but either way,
she's saying she only met him like 4 or 5 times and that's it.
Yeah,
who knows? I think she's telling some truth, he's telling some truth, and they're both lying. And they're both mental, is what I think.
That's the impression I'm getting. Yeah, is definitely truth on both sides of it, but there's also a lot of extreme exaggeration on both sides as well.
What would be sweet though if they did end up together and just like had a hate fuck by a canal?
Yeah, and they have a kid.
That would be,
yeah, and they turn into the new Wests, the new Fred and Rose West.
Sean Connery method. Love that video. We'll play it later. We will play it later. We do have Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew as a background because I couldn't find another background in time, and this is what you're getting. So I believe, am I Andrew or am I Jeffrey? No, I'm Jeffrey, right?
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey because they've got like longer hair and is grey.
I'm like, come on, come around the house. Just have one more party. We'll have one more little lunch together. Don't worry about those girls. They're old. They're like 50, not 15. They're 50. Just come around. Don't worry about the cameras and the lights in the room. Just come around and have a nice time with some cocaine. It's New York.
Yeah. It's a nice big pad. It's a lovely place.
It's a party town.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do when I've got a little bit more drunk is we're going to message Fiona Harvey, the stalker from Baby Reindeer, and we're going to see if she'll kill us or if like anything weird happens. So what we're going to do is send her a message, see if she'll come on and speak to us sometime. She will say no.
Yeah.
And we'll just say, look, 50 quid.
50 quid, come on.
50 quid, come on.
But the likelihood is she comes on, right? And if she's as crazy as Gadd says, the likelihood is when you come down to mine on the 31st, she's going to turn up with an ice slice of Savoy and a pack of 4 beers.
Well, don't tell her what date I'm coming down. Now we know. Now we know. In the outskirts of Caerphilly on the 31st of May, just outside Cardiff, about 25 minutes on the train, where we'll be.
Fish her in, baby. I'm trying to hook her in. I could do with a stalker in my life.
Because, Jamie, can you see the comments on the side? Like, not just where I'm bringing them up on the screen now.
No,
Because
all I
okay,
can see is
so
the old
so I've
Sean Connery
so I've
reference.
selected. Have you got like a comment thing in the StreamYard thing or not? Can you click a tab? I selected that you can see it.
Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, I can see it now. Yeah, I had full screen on. Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, cool. Go back to full screen if you want. It's just handy for you to be able to see stuff in the future in case anyone does ever talk to us. If you are watching, of course, and a few of you are right now, I can see. Give us a bit of a sub on YouTube. That'll be much helpful. Got a few overnight. Do you know the only time I get subscribers and views on this channel really is when I talk about paedophiles or cannibals. Now I'm just waiting for a cannibal paedophile to come out, and I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing at that, not at that, because that's horrible. Nobody wants your child to be eaten, and I don't know why I did a cheers to the camera. I'm talking about that, but nobody wants it, is what I'm saying.
Cheers.
Drink a drink, Carl. Be quiet.
Yeah, have a good drink, man. Fuck this sun, brother. Shit.
Yeah, it'll keep being there until it's not. It's what happens every night. Now, did you see the Northern Lights last night?
Nope.
Okay, apparently they were visible from everywhere.
Yeah, apparently they were, but I didn't. I fell asleep on the couch until 2:30. I went to bed, went on my phone, and there was loads of pictures on the Facebook and shit. People going, "Oh, the Northern Lights." I was like, "Oh shit."
Maybe I did it early on, Husky Boy, but I just forgot it was there, and I never thought about streaming straight to Twitter. So yeah, streaming straight to Twitter tonight as well. So if you are watching on there, come over to YouTube, Last Rights Podcast, and drop us a sub as well. That would be good.
I'm doing Twitter live. Mind your fucking business, fuckface.
All right, get the effing and jeffing out. Craig Johnson is off to get ready things for all the mothers tomorrow. For all the mothers?
Ooh, nice.
For all the mothers? How many mothers are you hanging around with?
He's punning spunk in many of them. Okay.
Yeah, love you too, Craig. I hope to see you sometime this year. While on the shitter earlier. Well, listen, that's the best place. That is the best place because often that's where I offer Mam, and I had to send Jamie a message again saying I'm washing my arsehole again. That's what I had to say, and we were nearly late because of that. But I got it all clean now.
That's all right. I was running a little late because I just because Katie went over the pub for some baby shower thing, and I was watching fucking Saw X. I thought, I'm gonna watch Saw X, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was brutal. People died. That's how Baby Reindeer 2 is going to end up, like Saw.
I hope so. I hope it's so successful though that they do just make a sequel, but it's about what would the plot be? It'd be she gets out of prison, which didn't happen in real life. He then starts stalking her.
Yeah.
But then someone else starts stalking both of them. That's what I think. I think it'd be an imp, like a 4'3" man. I mean, I think technically they're people with dwarvism, or I don't think you can say midget now. It's a different type, but little people. He would be 4'3". I'm just going to call him an imp. Fuck it, what you can do about it? I'm going to call him an imp, and then the imp stalks the pair of them, and it's not called Baby Reindeer anymore. It's just called Little Man.
Little Man, wee man, because they're from Scotland. Wee man.
Oh, I never thought about taking it up the chufter.
Yeah, I never thought about doing a sequel.
That was midget. That's my favorite line. Just I never thought about taking it up the chufter.
Yeah. What else did she say to him on the back of that? I never thought about taking up the chufter. Make a decision. Do you want a family or do you want butt fun? Something along those lines. It was Oh,
I just typed in butt fun into YouTube. It shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was something about do you want a family or do you want butt fun? After the chufter thing. I might have hit it wrong, but I'm sure I didn't.
But yeah, so she's denied. So we're going to vaguely come back on the topic. So obviously in the show, it also depicts her as sexually assaulting him on the canal.
Yeah.
Giving him an unwanted hand job. Even though I think he probably thought, well, it's dark and it feels all right. But even though it's shameful, I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all just gone, listen, it's dark. Hopefully no one's seen this. And then we'll just let that happen. But she's obviously denied that. But given that she's so easily identifiable, and if that isn't at all true, it's tough. It's tough because she, when you have the things at the end of a fictional thing, these don't resemble the real people.
Yeah.
It does.
Well,
So if
yeah,
so he's in a way he's saying this bitch, because when he did his Edinburgh show, he was saying search for who was stalking an MP in the past, and then you'll find her.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's where she got. That's where she originally got wind of him doing this play about her. And then when she knew the play was called Baby Reindeer, she was like, "That's definitely about me."
Yeah, but it's also weird because she's saying she knew it was about her, but then the character isn't her because she didn't do that. So it is a bit, a little bit odd there.
It's a wee bit odd. Never thought I'd take up the chuffster.
Oh, most disturbing moments. Let's do this again. We are educating the public. This is transformative work, and it's allowable under fair use law.
There you are! You cowardly, two-timing nerve!
Okay, let me tell you about two crazy girls that I knew. The first one, this reminds me of someone that I saw briefly, like over a 3-week period after I'd been in a really long relationship, and it was all fine until about 7 days in. I was around her flat for dinner, and she starts going, because she spoke like this as well. She wasn't a child, all right. She had some problems, but she's like, I should start getting some glasses and plates and cutlery in because you're my boyfriend now. It's like, well, I don't live here. I just come around for dinner 3 times. Like, no, but I should get some furniture and some. That scared me. After like 10 days, I was like, no. And then for the next 10 days, I was like, I think she's got to go. I won't tell you what happened at the end because I was very mean the way I split up there. But then she walked into an office in front of 10 people and threw a pair of socks at me that I'd left somewhere at a house or she just walked into the office in front of people and threw this pair of socks. It hit me in the head and walked out. And my mate who was in there just looked at me and said, I'm not even going to ask. But yeah, that bit reminded me of her when she come in. And there was another one a few years ago, long time ago actually. We go for drinks and stuff, but I was with someone else. It was just part of like when I was at college and that. And then she started telling people that we were together, like lots of people, lecturers and other friends and all that, and that we'd been seeing each other for ages, which wasn't true at all. And then when I started studying, she had again said, oh, we used to be together, but I'm a piece of shit because I dumped her. And it didn't happen at all. Like, it wasn't true. And I remember when I split up with my ex back then, she texted and go, oh, we can be together now then. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. I'm thinking about killing myself. Sorry. Not time to be with a nutcase. But so have you had any crazy ladies or boys? I'm not judging.
Nah, I not really. I've only had one experience with a crazy woman. Is when me and Katie went together. I was in uni, and I went out and I met this woman in college. Went back, done the business, and then literally within 20 minutes.
What business?
Getting down and dirty, having sex, coming.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you're talking about it on the internet.
Put down the bum in the bin. And she was, let's do it again after like 20 minutes. Yeah, okay. And then it was like that.
Hey. Don't slip a humble brag in there. Let's do it again after 20 minutes.
But no, I was like, I was young. I was like, yeah, go on. It's fine. We can do that. And then literally for about 3 hours or so, that was just constant. And I was like, no, I was going to be, I'm just tired now. And then the next day she texts me. I obviously give her a number drunk and I was like, nah, and then whatever. And then
big mistake.
And then she kept following me around university, talking to me. And I said hi, just kept a conversation. That was it. Never did anything with her again. And then about a month or so later, me and Katie got back together. So we were in bed sleeping and my phone rings and it's her. And I didn't know it was her though, because I had a different phone. And I was like, how the fuck have you got this number? She was like, oh,
new number, who dis?
I was like, what was this? She was
always me. So the answer is yes, you had a bit of I think that's a bit of stalkery behavior.
Yeah, but the best thing about it, I was in bed with Katie sleeping, and Katie could hear she was there, and Katie she was like, and Katie, what the fuck's that? And this woman was like, oh, who's that? So I'm back with my partner, Katie. She's like, oh, can I come over and the three of us can, just lie down together? And Katie kicked right off, hit the fucking roof.
Unbelievable. So possessive she is. If anyone's watching, by the way, Keely's sort of.
Yeah,
she's not my wife, but she's sort of like when Jamie dies of liver cancer or he has dialysis in the front room. I'm gonna have to move in and take care of the family. We've been over this. It's nothing weird. It's just something I feel I should do as a friend.
Yeah, I agree. I've already got the written in certain deeds, insurance stuff.
It's also easy because I won't. The kids are growing up now. I won't even have to hit them. They're adults. It's fine.
They've done enough. I think the last time you was down, I think you only had to hit Hayden twice. I think you hit him twice.
Yeah, because he looks at you with those glasses and that, and he goes, "My dad's a drunk," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but don't talk about him like that." And I had to slap him, just round in the garden, because otherwise that wouldn't have been fair to anyone if I hadn't done that.
And also, we as a family really appreciate the fact you took him into the garden to do that as well. Not in the house.
Yeah, because one, I wouldn't do it in the house because blood, when blood drips onto soil in a garden from your child, it doesn't bring as much attention.
Rainwash.
When we come back in, I can just say, listen, he fell over.
Yeah,
he slipped and fell. Yeah. And I picked him up really quickly, and that's what you saw. If you saw my arms move or anything, that's what you saw.
Yeah. Oh, we just don't. Yeah, I mean, he deserved a slap, and at the end of the day, we just didn't need the repercussions of like social services and whatnot coming around. And you hit it well. You've done a good job there, so you learned quite a bit. Fair play to you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what we were talking about, but I'll remember in a second. Ask if you're looking for a fantastic good time, and welcome in Saguaro. Saguaro, we love you, Saguaro. Saguaro. Now I'm like Black Annie. Now it's like, I don't know. But we don't. I shouldn't have even said that. Saguaro is only a chili. Saguaro, have you ever chopped chilies and then like? I know.
Then a Baby Reindeer.
Chopped chilies and like touched your eyeballs. Let's keep it familiar. I've done that. I wear contact lenses. Believe it or not, you would think I'll have perfect vision and health. Sometimes I've chopped chilies and then put contact lenses in. I've taken them out because they're porous. It like just soaks straight through the lens into the eyeball, which is great. It's great fun.
I recommend it to everyone. Everyone should try it at least once in their life.
Bring this back out a sec here.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a eyeballs, yes. Eyeballs, yes. I was go check out the videos I've done this week on the eunuch maker, by the way, a cannibal, and another set of cannibals from Russia. They were caught because they were caught with selfies of body parts. He had a hand in his mouth, right, and fingers up his nose from a dead body, like
good guy.
And I was thinking, if he's put those dead fingers up his nose and taking a selfie, there's absolutely no way he hasn't put those dead fingers right up his ass.
Yeah,
as well.
Could get some pleasure out of it.
Yeah, we'll show you a picture of him in a little while. But yeah, I've done a video on that, so go and check that out. But anyway, lovely. Let's let's look a little bit of I don't know. Listen, this has been a while, and also now I don't use StreamYard very often. I've got to figure out. See, that's all fucked up. That way, isn't it? That's how we do it. Let's look at some disturbing moments, because this is the tangents. You're reminding me of the crazy bitch that threw socks at me in the office.
Me the other night, rubbing that skank in my face.
All right, that's enough, Martha.
You've made an enemy of me, reindeer. Make no mistake about it. I hope you know what you've done.
Get out of my pub.
And again, this is fair use, so don't be copyrighting me. We're educating the public and informing by commenting on the video. Don't do it. I'll come around your house with a hammer.
Yeah.
I can see you're bleeding. Deep wounds.
I've been bummed.
Who was it?
The actress is pretty good, right, at giving the crazy eyes.
Martha, please.
Yeah.
Names.
Martha, please.
Names.
We've all seen those crazy eyes. We've all seen those crazy eyes, right?
Don't tell me.
You, Martha, you're what's wrong.
See, the thing is, it's another. Oh yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a hunchback, Quasimodo, head in a gutter of skanks. Mr. Two-timing slut. Don't trust him, guys. I'll promise you sex and sprint the other way.
It was killing me, all of it.
Yeah, so I kind of believe. I believe that bit because
It's funny.
There are human beings out there that do this sort of behavior. I've met some. I've seen it happen to other people. I've been around it, and yeah, I wouldn't say it happened. Those two are the ones that happened to me, but I forgot there was a third one. There's three of them with me. She's a friend of a friend. We kind of saw each other very briefly, and we were working in the same industry. This was many years ago when I had a different career path, and they all went to a conference and she was there, and I wasn't even really working with them anymore, but I knew them all. She went to this conference in Ireland and told everyone that we were seeing each other. And I think she went into more detail than that as well. And told everybody. And then that, of course, that was just an awkward thing. I don't really see these people anymore, but it's like, why would you do that?
Because I'm fucking crazy.
You know, let me tell you a story about that. I'll tell you a couple as well. She burnt herself with cigarettes one night, but anyway. Fuck it, right? She burnt herself with cigarettes. Let me tell you three things about that girl. She burnt herself with cigarettes. She claimed, four things. She burnt herself with cigarettes one night in London. It's not funny. I had to walk her back to the training station. Try doing that when she's stubborn. Then she said she was a vegan, right?
Yes.
Went to the pub with her. She had a meat and cheese pie.
Wow, nice.
Right? She said she's sober and she was very proud of having this sobriety chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinking in front of me. 2. She said she was a lesbian, which is fine, obviously. It's 2024, guys. But she didn't lesbian me. So that's 3 lies. And then that night, I think she ended up stubbing cigarettes out on herself. But I still got her to the train station though. I walked her 2 miles from Soho to London Euston or St Pancras it was, and got her on the train because I felt so bad that I can't leave her in the street like stubbing cigarettes out on herself.
Otherwise, she'd be under a fucking train, crazy horse.
And the other time was the other time. This is before this because that was the end for me. I went to a house and there was this stain on the floor, and it looked a bit like a poo stain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, "What's that?" And she said, "I skidded along the floor naked last night." So it was. And she was also telling me she was sober that day with a box of wine on the kitchen side as well. So yeah, crazy. That's 3 of them.
Fucking hell.
But, I feel a bit bad saying that because it wasn't.
Yeah, but she's blatantly
a while ago. But that was the most recent one. But it was a few years ago.
Yeah,
so very nice and very funny and everything, but absolutely fucking mental. So
that's fucking crazy. Yeah, fucking hell. What a crazy fucking horse.
James Inman has a YouTube channel and he interviewed Ken Harris. Oh, 2 cunts. 2 cunts on YouTube. No, actually, I like James Inman. He's not as bad as people think. 1 cunt.
Yeah. Inman's not a cunt at all. He just...
yeah, that's what I said. One drippy cunt on a YouTube channel is what I'm talking about. And it's not James Inman.
Apart from the fact he believed that Russia only invaded Ukraine from the Nazis.
Dumb Federal Bureau of Idiots shitface can't write to save his life. And James Inman.
And James Inman. We should revisit the podcast we done with him and play that on a podcast.
Yeah. That's where Cat invented.
We didn't have a fucking chance to talk.
Cat invented yikes and damn because of that. In fact, we'll see you around now. I want to get Inman back on here because it was on the Dykes and Mann, wasn't it? But I want to get him back on here.
Talk about conspiracy theories. Yeah.
But this time, obviously, we'll stand up to him a little bit because last time I think we were both really excited to get Inman on, and he behaved so well on the Andrus thing. He behaved so well, and then we got him on here, and he's acting like them girls with shit on the floor. But I helped solve another terror attack for the CIA. Yeah. Okay, James.
All right, mate. No problem. Yeah.
Anyway, I met this Muslim guy with a suitcase. It sounded like it had a bomb in it. I don't know. So I told the FBI.
What a guy. Yeah.
What a guy.
Putin's only gone into Russia because it's full of Nazis.
He did stop that and go and do a Substack, though. He kind of got off Twitter with that. But actually, more recently, I don't see him too often tweeting, but he's been quite funny at times recently.
Good.
So it's like, listen, I think there's a nice, not nice, but there's like a reasonable spirit within the Inman meat machine, but it's very easy for him to not.
Yeah.
As well.
He just needs to be sedated more often.
I like him, man. I think it's a mad of the guy.
Yeah.
A bomb. Talk about Grumpy Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is about her son. I keep forgetting this song. Cord wrapped around his neck. Gonna have to wait for some oxygen. Well, Grumpy Mama, watch your Star Trek. I think
it sounds like there's a history behind that song.
I think she strangled her son with her umbilical cord inside her pussy whilst it was supposed to be giving birth, but she watched Star Trek. I think that's happened. Okay, I understand the baby isn't in the pussy. I just couldn't think what to say. The womb.
Yeah,
the room.
Yeah. But that's okay.
The biological room. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like not wanting a child but finding a way to like strangle the child inside your womb with the cord before it comes out? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
I don't know if I can imagine it.
I can.
Yeah, it's interesting to like thinking of being pregnant. I can't imagine it, like having something alive in you. Obviously, I've got loads of like bacteria and parasites in me, and probably a tapeworm at this point. It's probably what's making my ass bleed. What if my ass isn't bleeding, but the tapeworm's ass is? But because it's just eating and shit and blood, that's
what it is.
Probably what it is.
It's nothing to do with ass cancer or nothing at all. It's just
don't say that. Everything I Google is cancer. I went to Brazil and my poo was coming out flat and I had terrible pain in one side. So I didn't get an internal flight because I was worried about it while I was out there. But I didn't do anything about it. I was just in pain for a week and had flat poo. Of course, when I Googled it, bowel cancer.
Yeah.
But
big C.
Sorry, my eye hurts a bit. You've got head cancer and you've got 3 seconds to live, idiot. That's what Google says.
Yeah.
Hey, idiot, you're about to die of cancer.
Yeah. My bollocks swelled up to the size of a golf ball a couple of years ago. And I like Google and they were like, yeah, probably nut cancer. But no, it just turns out there was an after effect from a vasectomy. So I had like strong antibiotics and my shit was coming like black tar. So, and then a guy thought, oh, fuck, colon cancer. Great. And there's now it's just side effects from the antibiotics. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it's going to be a yes, isn't it? It's going to be a big Y in the cancer or not column at some point. But I'm just hoping to stave it off until
I'm 96.
96, and then they go, "You got cancer." I was like, "I don't care. I've invented living forever by eating thousands of generations of dead, frozen Mayan people that were found in a pyramid. I've started eating them in milkshakes, and now I live forever. Except I'm having flashbacks. Worse than Vietnam, though. We're sacrificing kids on a pyramid in Chile. Terrible times.
Terrible times, good times. I got 5 minutes. I got to shoot off to go and shoot a dog up with drugs.
We forgot about this. Jamie has a very suspicious meeting. He has to go and inject a dog with drugs in 10 minutes. Now, we're hoping it's not a woman. And we're hoping it's not GHB.
It could be those. It could be both those things. But no, legit. It's my Kitty's cousin's husband has asked me to go.
Listen to this
again.
Say it again. Sound like you mean it. Who is it?
So he's a good friend of mine. But it's Kitty's cousin's husband asked me to do him a solid and go and inject his.
Kitty's cousin's husband wants you to go and inject drugs into his dog, not dogs into his drugs. Dogs into drugs
into his dog. Yeah.
Injecting dogs into someone's drugs would be terrible, wouldn't it? You just want a line of coke, but you find a fucking hair in it.
You don't need that. That's one way to fucking bring you down from a coke binge. But
Jamie has got to actually disappear, and I forgot about that actually. But he's got to go and disappear, and allegedly he's not going to be that long. So I don't know how.
15 minutes or so tops.
So I'm going to have to entertain you alone with a picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew in the background. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to talk about. Don't know what I'm going to say. Could even play videos from it. I can't get. Okay, no, I'll tell you what. We can take a switch from Baby Reindeer and we can go over the cannibals that I've been talking about this week, and I give you a little
Oh, I
You
want
can
to know
look
about cannibals. Can you do something else?
Oh,
until
yeah.
I-
Okay, I'll do something else.
Why don't you do
Unbelievable.
Drake and what's the other dude? The other rap, Kendrick
What,
Lamar.
Drake texted Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, go on.
What,
Do
that
that.
everyone in hip hop is a sex trafficker now?
Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
everyone.
Yeah.
They were calling Puff Daddy. Oh no.
Go on.
I can't. I generally don't want to finish that sentence. I do, but I'm not going to do it on YouTube. I'm just not. There's still a part of my brain that goes, yeah, even this, Carl. Even this. But basically, Puff Daddy's the Jeffrey Epstein of hip hop. Rap.
Hip-hop, what do you want to call it?
I mean, never trust anyone that. Thinking about Diddy, never trust anyone that gives themselves a nickname anyway. Like, my name's Handsome Bob, or my name's Two Drinks Joe. My name's Big Dick
Gary
Derek.
Griffin.
Never trust anyone that gives themselves a nickname. He's given himself like 10 nicknames. Puff Daddy, Puff, Diddy, P. Diddy, Diddler.
Did he or didn't he? That's his new one.
So I mean, that's red flag under red flag. He's probably like a CIA agent working for MI6 and Mossad at the same time, and sex trafficking women. And
I was going to say he's probably Black Ops as well, but you know, I don't want to
legally. I said probably before all that. He's probably doing all that. I didn't say he is. I didn't say he is. You can't sue me. The TV license people can't even get me, let alone Puff Daddy. Don't worry about it.
Well, according to Matt Napo, that's the truth, baby. He said it, not us.
Your internet connection looks like you are streaming from like the countryside in Wales or something.
Yeah, I shouldn't be.
Have you got fiber to the property yet in Caerphilly?
No. Well, some areas yes, some areas no.
Yeah, my mum and dad only just got it, but they're old. I got them a Black Friday deal on like 300 meg, which is insane. They got upsold to 900 meg a second or whatever it is. They've got like what someone would have an internet for an entire office block for their house now.
Nice.
Which is good for me because when I go back there, I can actually stream from there. Obviously, though, it is embarrassing as a pretty much middle-aged man going back to my parents' house and streaming. But sometimes it happens, and maybe this Christmas we'll have a heart back to when I stole my dad's rum, and we were on YouTube at like midnight.
Oh, is that when you was in the house and you was just a black screen and you didn't know which way he was at?
I was walking back from the pub first, and then I went to steal the rum.
Yeah.
But I'm like, don't worry about the noise. I just smashed the keyboard onto the floor. Don't worry about it. I'm not even going to look down. I'm not going to dignify the keyboard with a look.
I remember that. I had COVID and I couldn't fucking taste anything, so I was just drinking whiskey like it was going out of fucking fashion because I couldn't fucking smell or taste it. Just so I just plowed it on my neck. But,
what if Handsome Bob is ugly as shit? Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, that's why they give themselves these nicknames for their ego.
That's the point, baby. Right, I gotta go and inject the dog before she dies of diabetes.
This is already chaos. I found a chip on the floor from like 3 days ago.
15 minutes.
Jamie is going to give a dog some drugs, and it's not a local lady that he's met. Do you reckon he's going to? Let's take a vote to see if Jamie's going to go and pump a local lady behind his wife's back in 15 minutes, and including the time it takes to eat the pizza, and have a cigarette. See you in a bit. Well, I know I feel a bit intimidated having a big screen at this point. Yeah, we had a theme for a while on this episode. We talked a little bit. We'll do some more later on. We're going to message Fiona Harvey from Baby Reindeer, and you're gonna help me write it, you people. If I get stabbed by a canal, it's your fault, Bo. It's your fault. I think that's fair. JB's Tech and people. The thing is, I'm switching between so many different systems now. I'm not on Streamlabs. Who raided in it? JB's Tech. How you doing, sir? I saw what you looked like the other day. I don't know where I saw you. It wasn't outside your house. It wasn't up a tree outside your house. Don't worry about it. But I can't remember where it was. I did see a picture of you, though, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what you look. I imagined you different. I don't know why it's always different. And when you know each other from a username online, And you think, oh, I think I know what they look like, and they don't. Like I thought, just ring the doorbell. I thought Ken Harris would be like a really good author and sensible and like a good dude. Turns out no. You expected me to be thinner? Listen, hey, I didn't say that. How did you know? How did you know? You're not fat. But that's exactly what I thought. I was like, I thought he'd be thinner. Very strange. No, I did think that. I thought, well, I didn't even think it. You just sort of know it when it's a thought in your head. It's not like I thought he would be thinner, or I think he's fatter than I expected to be. It wasn't even one of those things. It was sort of an innate knowing. Like I was meditating on mushrooms, and I just know how to understand all mathematics and God's true language now, or whatever. We're all connected as blades of grass and human beings. It was just sort of a knowing, but ultimately, yeah, it could have been read as but it wasn't. It wasn't even mean, and you're not even that fat. It was just like, oh, I just, people are different. Some people are octagons, pentagrams. Some people slice lambs' throats in a pentagram. In the White House. Oh, I don't know. And I expected you to be thinner, but it wasn't a bad thing. It was just like, oh, interesting. That's it. No, you're not. Come on, you're not a monster. You're not an animal. I know you. Yeah. You must have burned so many. But you know what I mean, though. When you just know someone from a username, you just sort of have an instant. Like when you read a book and you have an idea of a character, it's like you have an instant thing, and then maybe you see a film version or a comic version, and turns out they're a Palestinian midget. And it's, I thought it was a blonde guy. I thought it was a blonde guy called Dave. I don't know why I said Palestinian midget. I just thought two things. I thought of the word midget earlier, and then I thought, let's do. Oh God, definitely. I think I might get a little bit of pushback on that one. Trying to think of something I can play on YouTube that's fine. Okay, yeah.
Did you believe that?
Oh, and they did this weird thing where they got like Dr. Drew and everything. Like Piers Morgan got Dr. Drew and everyone. Oh, that's Sam Roberts. Probably shouldn't play that. I'll stop being quiet in about 1 second, guys. Just keep hanging out there. We're going to drink tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get... I still don't believe Jamie's story. It's Keeley, who he calls his wife. It isn't his wife. They're not married. It's Keeley's cousin's husband's dog needs a diabetic injection at a specific time on a Saturday. Not buying it. Inject your own dog if you have a dog.
This
JV's Tech, I love you. I love you. Besides, if you felt too bad, the rope wouldn't be. I could say, no, you don't. You're just thinner than I expected.
Interrupt.
I mean, fatter than I
So
expected.
you seem to be obsessed with me from that moment onwards.
I mean, just speaking to you,
This is the real Martha, the real person, Fiona Harvey, who will be messaging live tonight on air. Speaking of Piers Morgan.
met you before, but you do look and sound very similar to.
So he's saying you look and sound like a big fat mental bitch.
The show shows you coming in to a London pub. You just named the pub. And he's working behind the bar, Richard Gadd.
All the arms,
and
Camden.
he offers you a cup of tea. Is that what happened?
No, that's not correct. He
Imagine the
didn't offer me a
business
cup of
Holy
tea.
Arms
Nobody gets
Camden is
anything
going to
free
do
from the
now.
Holy Arms. I was in for a meal with a drink of lemonade, and I was very, very hungry. I'm diabetic, so
Again,
very
this
hungry.
is fair
so
use.
That's
Did you talk to
informing
him?
the public?
he
commenting
interrupted
on
the
the video
conversation.
and
There's another barman
critiquing.
there, and he said, "Oh, your Scottish,"
Allowed
and basically commandeered
fair
the
use law.
conversation. I was
If
talking
you
to
don't
somebody.
like
It's very
it,
rude to
I'll get the
interrupt. So
hammer.
he seemed to be obsessed with me from that
I'm not
moment
talking about my
onwards.
I mean,
business.
just speaking to you, I never met you before, but you do look and sound very similar to the actress in the drama.
He's
Haven't
going to
seen the
inject
actress.
drugs
We're both
into a dog.
Scottish. We've both got dark hair.
Okay, Kat, just to be clear, Jamie has walked down the street to his wife's cousin's husband to inject the dog with a diabetes drug that this man that lives in this house is too afraid to do. And Jamie's going to inject it.
She's considerably younger than me. I think
Everyone go and follow Sugar Cat Loaf on YouTube songs.
she's about 18 years younger than me.
How old are you, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
58. I'm a year younger.
It's good for 58, to be honest. Wouldn't, but looks good for 58.
So why have they got all these details here, which are supported?
Who is they? Netflix.
Who has
Which is
sent all
not
these things?
correct. So I'm sorry.
Who has sent all this stuff to him?
I've no idea. I think he's probably made it up himself.
I mean, you could prove, I guess, quite easily it wasn't you,
Correct.
because it'd all be on.
Yeah. So again, I'm commenting on it. This isn't, I'm not just playing copyrighted material on the YouTube channel. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about it. Hey, I don't know if I deleted it, and it was a bad one, but I did do a Twitch stream called "I'll Kill the CEO of Twitch." Still allowed on there.
Be on your computer.
Yeah,
from
correct.
first.
That's right.
If I'd have done a stream saying I'll follow Amaranth home, I would have been arrested.
Would you be happy for someone to look at that?
Yeah.
She's like 45 anyway.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What do you have? What technology do you use?
Right. What technology do I use? A very, very old smartphone just now, because the other one packed up a week before moving. It's about the emails.
Well, only because the emails.
Because it's a vast number.
Well, there's a huge number, and voice messages. The voice messages he's kept apparently, and there
He
is
was maybe typing me in the Holy Arms. I don't know if he's got any voicemail.
But if he has 350,
she's confusing like voicemails with secret recordings. It's like, no, they're a voicemail. They're recorded by the phone company. This is why I think she starts to slip.
Messages, and it's you.
It doesn't.
I believe Gadd's lying, and I believe he's lying about a lot of stuff. Obviously, it's creative stuff as well. But given that she was so identifiable, I was thinking he's a fucking creep and a pussy.
The drama is true.
But is it possible he's got 350 voice messages?
I doubt that very much. I just don't think so.
You doubt it?
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, unless
Wouldn't
he's
you be
taping me.
I mean, if you've never really contacted him,
taping me.
He's taping me in the Holy Arms, though.
But if he's got 350,
I've got contact.
if he's
But also, if she only met him 4 times, how could he possibly have 350 recordings
on his phone?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what.
Put me on the case. Kat knows how good I am at finding people. Put me on the case. I found her, by the way. I found her pretty quickly. Put me on the case. I'll solve it.
Whether they're on a phone, tablet, whatever they're on, I've not contacted.
But I'm curious,
him.
why would there even be a possibility of him having that number of voice messages?
I'll make a dossier. And I make quite the dossier.
Because he's crazy. He wants to make this up. I mean, I've not phoned the guy. I don't have his number.
Yeah, but you're not sure that he hasn't got those.
Day I said no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
He asked you to do what?
He asked me to sleep with him. He said, would
He said, let me munch it just once.
I like my curtains fixed? And I laughed. And he said, that's a euphemism. Do you want me to come home with you? And I said, I've got a boyfriend. I gave him the brush off big time, I think. You know, it was
Why? I brushed him up. Yeah, she starts to slip. That's the thing. She starts to slip right here. He does realize. Snap from phony. Manaranth from Piers Morgan. Hey! Listen, Manaranth isn't a big fat mental bitch. Manaranth may have had a bit of a gut a few months ago, but listen, I've lost 5 kilos. I've lost 10 pounds since January. I think I put some on again, but now I'm a hiker. Still got a bit of a gut, but it's tough. It's tough to get rid of it. There are people out there that call me Jelly Belly. Hello, Jelly Belly. But I'm not. I don't think the picture of me in Bisbee last year from the profile, bloody Craig, film me from the front next time with my t-shirt that's too short. I didn't realise my guts hanging out and the tight little shorts I had on. It wasn't a good fashion moment for me. I didn't know how fat I was until I saw that from the side, and that was extremely motivating. And then when Andy Andrews fat shamed me, he fat shamed me like a month later. And this button's come open. I don't know why this button's come open on my shirt. I don't know, but it did. Anyway, let me just do that button back up. All right. But I would wager now from the profile, I think the gut is slightly better. In fact, we can do it. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let me find this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's bring this up here. How do we do this? There we go. Right. And I think if I do this, you motherfucker. Yeah. If I do this, is that bigger? Right. I'm not sure you can really see that. Can we zoom in on that one? Look, I mean, it's not a great shot, is it? Anyway, hang on, let me just waddle out of my seat to prove that I'm not a fat cunt. I can't. Hang on. We can almost recreate it, right? We can almost recreate it. Let's recreate it. Right. I don't even know what I'm doing with my legs. I couldn't coordinate that. That's just nerves. What am I doing with my legs? I got my Brazilian Havaianas on tonight, though, because it's summertime. So finally, or spring or whatever. It's like, I know this shirt, the llama might distract. And there is a bit of a rise there, but I don't think it's as bad as that, although the shirt is baggier as well. I don't know. Ha I don't think. Look, it's not. I'm not even sucking it in. Look, there is a bit of a gut. There's the gut, but I don't think it's that bad. The t-shirt was too tight. I didn't know that. Yeah. Ha. Oh, let's put that up there. Oh, it's this way, right? No, because it's mirrored. Anyway, whatever. This way. It's this way. I'll do the thing with my legs on this. And I've got to get the... Oh, there's a bit of a gut there. It's not good, if I'm honest. It's not what I want. But it isn't... It's not as bad, you cunts, is it? Jiggle, jiggle. You're not coming into the truffle shuffle. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Surely. Help me out, someone. Say no, Carl. It's better. And it might even be because you haven't got such a tight t-shirt on over your fat tits. Right? Oh, God. Now that's a fact. I think that was as good as science as we could have done. Thank you, Kurt. That's what I wanted. I don't need much in life to stop me killing myself. But every now and then, I just want to know, Carl, it's better than it was. When you trash a room, you trash a hotel room or whatever, and the next day you've got to tidy it up, you're like, shit up the walls. You get to, and you try and clean it up, and you do your best, but there's still, the element of the stains are still there, and you have to walk out. And when you do the last once over before you check out, you go, It's better than it was. So that's that. I'm the faded shit stain on the hotel wall. It's better than it was. It's not like a cup of soup, not like a cup of mulligatawny soup at this point. Beef curry, look into it. It's good. Oh, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. I'm going to take a sip of wine while I think about that comment. I'm going to sniff it. Oh, it stinks. It stinks. What should I do? Should I cut my ears into like a forked ear thing and shave my teeth down? And I know I've got anything without the jowl. I shaved a few weeks ago, right? For the first time in 8 months. My shit beard. I don't care. But I shaved for the first time in 8 months, and I saw my face for the first time since last July, and I didn't recognize my chin. For 2 days, every time I walked past the mirror, I went, "What's that? What's that face?" Jamie. I can't hear you, Jamie. Unmute your microphone.
Sorted. I came back. Hayden done me a freshly poured pint. Sorted.
Will at least one of your children be in when I'm there? Is Halen going to be in?
Both.
Can I please use your child as my own servant as well?
100%. Yeah, that's what they.
What I want to be able to do, though, I don't want eye contact, right? What I want to be able to do is just to go. Eh!
Yeah.
I don't want to say a name. I'm not going to say Halen. I'm going to go. Eh! Yeah. And I'm not even going to say what I want, but I'm going to go. And he's going to know, get a beer out the fridge.
He's going to have to. He knows the lingo by now.
And then later on, I'm going to go, oh! And he's going to get a cocktail.
Yeah.
Beer. Oh, cocktail. Is he good at making cocktails? I mean, it's not going to be extravagant, is it? I mean, a vodka and cranberry juice or something, you know?
Yeah, vodka tonic with a splash or something. Yeah. No, they can sort that out. It's going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, I think you're right. We need to sort of lay down the ground rules of what certain words mean.
See, Catherine of New York was saying she only came to watch this because of Jamie. And she was moaning at me, calling me fat and ugly. And now she's saying you're back.
That's true. Thank you, Kat. Hi, how's it going? I'm here. I'm back. Yeah, I jabbed the dog in the neck with a diabetes drug. So,
was it one of Bill Gates' fake vaccines?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
I really shouldn't have said that on YouTube. That was a joke. That was a joke. That he tested all those Indian girls and they died and it was sugar water. No, but what? So is it? So Keely's cousin's husband, the man of the house, why can't he do it to his dog?
They're all out. The dog.
Oh, they're out.
Yeah, the dog will be jabbed by 7 o'clock, and they didn't think they'd be back in time.
That doesn't sound like medical science. By 7.
Yeah, so I do it by 7, just to be on the safe side. But I've known this dog for however long she's old. It's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll sort you out, my little princess. No problem.
That's fair. Hey, if I ever become diabetic, will you inject me in the neck?
100%.
No, I mean bleach is acceptable as well.
Yeah.
Hydrochloride
from AstraZeneca.
Poor diabetic puppy. Yeah. I mean, why is it diabetic though? Is it like, was it given too many sugary treats?
No, just this. Like, her name's Nala. She beautiful old dog, and she's gone through her entire life without any medical problems whatsoever. But this last like 6-7 months, she's really old, and she's just taken one turn after another. So she hasn't got long left to live. She's on her way out now. She's old, but yeah, she's just developed. She's gone completely blind as well now. Her eyes are completely like white over. So it's quite sad to see.
Bad diabetes can cause problems with eyes, right?
Yeah, she's just old. But yeah, it's not through any, like I said, she's like, what, 10, 11, something like that?
It's type 1 diabetes then. It's natural, that's fine. The type 2, I've got type 2 diabetes. I don't know what I could do about it. Stop shoving sugar into your face, you fucking mess.
That'll
salad and it'll go away. Just eat some salad and it'll go away.
Have a tomato now and again and a bit of fucking lettuce with some cucumbers.
My brother's, I've got diabetes. Yeah, because you shoved things into your face for 50 fucking years. Now look. Anyway, medical advice is brought to you by The Last Rights. Please subscribe.
Job done. Yeah, certified. FDA approved.
Indeed. Oh, we can talk about cannibals again in a second. I think I've done my wine.
Yeah, I saw you posted about that podcast. I didn't watch it. I never heard about him until you mentioned about him. So I need a little bit of history, who they are.
I was neglecting doing
where they're from in Russia.
Like, what can I do it about? And I literally Googled for I just thought cannibals are interesting. Cannibal news, recent cannibals, and there's 2 came up. I was like, lots of cannibals. Yeah.
We need more of that in the news, right? That needs to be reported on more.
Yeah, or anything fun. So the first cannibal that I spoke to that about, which some people are watching it, more than a few, more than a few hundred. The first one I saw was, by the way, I did a fat comparison that you might have missed. This is me. I recreated this pose, and I just proved that my gut isn't that bad. And I realized now that t-shirt is way too tight and short, so it didn't accentuate me well.
That's an agreeable statement.
I've lost 5 kilograms or 10 pounds since then.
Nice. Good for you. Good for you. What have you been doing? Dieting, jogging more, cycling, or
shitload of running in January, and then in general eating better, or eating less.
Good lad. Speaking of which, before we get to the topic of these crazy cannibals, when you come down on the Friday, the 31st, do you want to go for a nice stroll for an hour or so?
A nice what?
A nice stroll, a walk.
Yeah, because I'm around. Let's get in. We'll have plenty of time to set gear up, and then we can go for a stroll. Or before, we'll have plenty of time. Because if you're around in the afternoon, I'm free all day.
Yeah, you can come down whenever the fuck you like. Because I'll book half day off work. I'll finish 12. We'll just go for a nice walk.
We could even get 15 minutes of audio in there. Let's make it all content and just shout loads at people. Unless there's something you need to tell me, like you're dying of AIDS, and then we'll keep it quiet.
AIDS. No, we'll keep that going. AIDS needs to come back, man. It's Fauci hasn't done nothing to give people AIDS in a while, so we need to keep that going.
So this guy's name was the Eunuch Maker. Jail for 22 years. Looks good. So
did he cut dicks off?
He mutilated paying customers. Customers paid him to mutilate them and streamed it online on a website called the Eunuch Maker website. On one occasion, he cooked what appeared to be human testicles, which are plated to be eaten.
Just sounds like other body parts to me. That's cool.
Yeah, this was in London as well. He's a Norwegian guy in London. London flats and hotels on apparently willing volunteers, some as young as 16. Sometimes, I love this, sometimes it all went badly wrong.
Yeah.
The court heard several recordings of 999 calls, which Gustafsson calmly lied to the operator about how his victims had in fact injured themselves. My point was I was just walking to work and I fell over, my tits got cut off. My leg's in a bucket now.
It's just that statement. Sometimes it went, horribly wrong.
But yeah, apparently he's been doing this since 1999. So he was doing it for 20 odd years before he got caught.
Yeah.
And a website.
Knife. Shit.
The kitchen knife was used by an accomplice to he had other people mutilate him as well.
Wow. Fucking hell.
Which I haven't got a problem with. The guy in Germany advertised for someone to come and cook and eat him, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
to be cannibalized, and that guy got arrested. It's I don't think he should be arrested. It's he asked you to do it.
Paying customers always right, baby.
But this is crazy. So it's a legit website that subscribers paid £100 a year would be entitled to VIP status. Where victims were promised money from the video revenue. So it's he only earned 300 grand though. It's well, my point again, fine, but you've got to make at least $1 million if you're going to be cutting people up because of the risk, right?
Yeah.
300 grand isn't enough.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. It sounds like there's a gap in the market though, right? Because these guys have been caught, so maybe we should jump on this fucking bandwagon and exploit it. 22 years though. Fucking hell.
I've got videos on both of those, and then there was another one where it's a Russian couple. Look at the state. I mean, when we think of Russians that don't live in Moscow or St. Petersburg, this is what they look like: inbred, lumpy mudfucks, right? Inside Russian cannibal family's house of horror, as couple eat 30 victims. Dmitry Bakshiv and Natalia Bagsheva have been cutting up people for more than 18 years. And they were found because he dropped his phone, and a road worker picked up his phone and found selfies of him posing with bits of the body, including he had a decapitated dead hand in his mouth and the fingers up his nose. That's what I was talking about. Absolutely mental.
Yeah. What a
and that's her. That's her on the left. So it's a couple, and that's one of their victims. I mean, she looks a bit weird, to be honest, but she doesn't deserve to be eaten.
No, unless she wanted to be eaten.
One of the photographs, we can see a cooked human head at the big plate surrounded by mandarins. They put olives in the eyes and attached a lemon to the nose.
Fucking hell. Very artistic.
But I get the olives in the eyes thing, right? Like Game of Thrones, with the eyeballs. But a lemon on the nose? It's a bit weird.
Yeah, citrus, maybe. You know, maybe they don't want to smell their cells decomposing.
Should be a lemon on your nose when you see all the dead body parts, right? And you're like, oh, I just smell of lemon now. I can't smell the... Because I think people who work in morgues have like Vic vapor rub and stuff, so they smell that instead of the corpses and formaldehyde and all that stuff. Yeah, so I think you putting the lemon on your nose... It's a bit weird, but just clamp a lemon to your nose might make it a bit easier for you. But to clamp a lemon on the nose of the head on a plate is a bit odd. I get the olives in the eyes. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Maybe an apple in the mouth.
Like a pig roast.
Mint hanging out the ears. A lemon on the nose is just odd. Too far. And, the eunuch maker also had pictures of potentially children in compromising positions. And at that point, I thought, you've gone too far now. I liked you. Did like you.
Yeah, you were okay. Up until a point, son. You overstepped the mark, baby. I don't know what's worse, that or the guy with the lemons on the dead people's fucking noses.
I don't know, but I tell you what, I'm going to get a beer. And one of the reasons I moved the Mac, the monitor, the key, I moved so much shit in here to set up because then I'll be closer to the beer fridge.
Yeah.
Fuck, I left them in the freezer an hour ago.
What a guy. I'm going to fucking ask a certain friend of mine, where the fuck is he gone? You know, ChatGPT. I think I'm a cannibal. I think I'm a cannibal. Let's see what ChatGPT says. That sounds like a serious concern. Can you elaborate a bit more on why you feel that way? I want to eat people. Yeah, it's important to address these thoughts seriously. If you are experiencing urges to harm others, oh fucking hell, I'm gonna be reported to the fucking police now. There we go. That's great. It's just a joke, mate. Calm down, ChatGPT. Take it easy, son. Yeah, they're very fucking on it though, aren't they? These fucking AI things.
Yeah, large language models. They're things are going to get weird in the next 2 to 3 years as well, with videos and things like that. So, I mean, in 10 years, you'll probably be able to make like an hour-long movie purely from AI. Just make me a film about fucking astronauts and midgets.
Yeah. Make me a film. Make me a film where my life is good. Can't do that.
Make me a lovely film, mate. Make it lovely. Right, let me get that. Let me get this fucking wine bottle out of the way. At least I cooked 2 nights worth of chicken last night. My plan last night, I was gonna I was gonna make a double curry and have one last night and one tonight, but I had other stuff. So at about midnight tonight, I'm gonna eat a curry, and then tomorrow I'll have another one.
Nice.
It means I'm going to be cooking one. I got in a week ago, absolutely fucking hammered, and made meatballs in the air fryer and pasta, and I had meatballs, pasta, and pesto at midnight. Hammered. I woke up with a bowl on the floor. I was like, how did I manage that and get everything turned on and things in the right places?
The air fryer, so you need.
I don't even remember doing it.
Didn't know you had an air fryer.
Yeah, I picked one up a couple of months ago. On the cheap, it is like 40, and then it's done me well. I use it 2 to 3 times a day, if I'm honest.
Nice. Air fryers are one time.
Yeah, it's great for wedges. It's great for like sausages, meatballs, even bacon and stuff. I want to do nachos. You'll make it like a 10-layer nacho thing. When you come up, we'll do nachos with chili, beef, and fucking all, and layer it up, cheese and.
Nice.
I'll have a.
That's what I think I'm gonna do. Now when you come down, I'm gonna do like a load of dirty fries. Just fucking pump jalapenos and beef mince and fucking.
Sounds good to me. It's a load of shit. And I'm gonna bring a bottle of something nice. We'll decide on whether we want vodka or whatever. But
don't worry about nice. Just a fucking bottle of fucking. Yeah. Gonna go down the same way, brother.
I want to get a nice one. Not crazy. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to find like a reasonable, especially if it's not on offer or something.
Fair dues.
Or I'll pre-Amazon it to your house if you're working at home that week.
I'm always working from home.
Do you know what was annoying? I don't think they can do it in the US yet, but here you can Amazon bottles of booze to people. And the thing is, though, they always want to see ID. So I sent one to my brother and one to my mate, and it took them like 2 weeks to deliver it at Christmas, but they finally got it.
Yeah, they ask for ID. Yeah, they do.
But it is good that if you're working at home, I'll just Amazon it to your house that week, a nice bottle, because I'll get a good deal online. It could be a bottle of Tito's because I cried last time I had a bottle of that. I cried and then left the stream going for about 17 hours while I was sleeping and dying.
I remember you fucking messaged me the next morning and say I woke up and the stream was still going.
I remember waking up as well. That bottle of Tito's, I was supposed to savor it because I wanted it for so long, and then there was like this much left in the bottle.
Yeah, but you didn't have any mixes with it. It was just ice, wasn't it?
I ran out of mixes, and then I was using just ice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Straight fucking Tito's vodka with just ice.
It wasn't as bad. The first bottle of booze I brought in 2 years was the Kraken coffee rum. Now some fucking weird pieces of shit online like, oh, you shouldn't be having that. Why? It tastes nice. And we drank it neat on top of a mountain in the Peak District out the bottle. I did drop the bottle down the hill and spill the rest of it. It's a long story. But I've got a hip flask full of it left at least that we had decanted previously. But it was actually like, I remember years ago before I stopped drinking JD honey, I could drink neat all night.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't even taste like booze. It's like roast coffee spiced Kraken, and it's 40%, and it's like a nice, refreshing coffee.
Cold coffee, yeah, iced coffee.
Yeah,
or some shit.
Booze.
Nice. Just fucking drink whatever you're happy with, right?
Claire Keenan Bob, haven't seen you again, sir. Haven't seen you before, sir. Give us a subscribe if you can. Yeah, I mean we can talk about it if you want. Post any things in here later on. We're gonna message the real Martha. We're gonna message her live on the show, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I might get stabbed, but we'll do it. We have talked about it quite a lot. The problem with these theme things, we're all very good, and we do mean it, but we only last about an hour on the theme, and then we just tend to get drunk.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Collect Keaton Bob. Lovely to see you. Can I call you Sir Bob? And yeah,
Sir Bob. Nice emojis.
Yeah, and I've got to figure out. I've got to do some other shit because normally I'm now going through Streamlabs instead of StreamYard, and I can do more stuff on that. But I've got to upgrade to the Ultra one to stream to more places at once. It's boring, but we'll probably do it through that. What I'm thinking of doing. Have you got a monitor down there, like just a monitor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm thinking of doing is just bringing my Mac Mini down, and we can plug it into that because then we can go through Streamlabs, which is a much cooler interface. I just need to figure out one thing. Now,
Yeah, it's fine.
Andy Andrews
Yeah,
is coming on. Andy Andrews is coming on the. He's coming on the show at some point. Now, the thing is, you know me. Sometimes I do drunk admin, and then it's but the chaos. It's just chaos. Like when I see the messages back, it's just chaos. He's agreed to come on, but I can't remember if I've asked him to come on the night I come to yours, which would make it difficult and awkward. But I was like, we'll figure it out. Yeah. But I need to check if I've done that or not, and if I have, I'll just bring a speaker down. We can get him to call in for an hour.
Yeah, fucking figure that out. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I got a monitor. We can plug into that as well. I don't know if you're going to bring a separate mic down, but we got the trusty HyperX.
We're gonna have. By the time I come down, we will be using these. Just sit there like this.
Nice.
Yeah, the last time when I tried that, one of the mics was dying, and then Ken Harris told us it wasn't working, and I'm very upset from that. And I still remember 2 years ago, Ken Harris telling me I'm doing something wrong. Hey, Harris, I'm not even drunk yet, bitch.
Snap, son.
I'm joking. I don't have any beef or hard feelings. I'm just joking at this point. I don't care.
I remember that. I remember
when. I remember when.
Yeah.
When I fell over and bumped my head after a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
I'm like going back to the Tito's. That was a weeknight, wasn't it? That was like a Tuesday or Wednesday as well.
Yeah, we're just chilling with some beer and wine. What are you drinking, Bob? What are you drinking? And where if you don't mind, where are you watching from there? Just let us know. You don't have to tell us your address, because I could tell the real Martha of Baby Reindeer your address. But yeah, part of the world, part of the country. I don't know where you are. And if you're on Twitter as well, nip over to YouTube. And if you're just on Twitch, the YouTube channel, go to the YouTube channel. Last Rights Podcast.
Nip over, son. Baby Reindeer lover.
It will be nice. And yeah, we'll message her later. And she's going to go, even if she responds with, fuck off, I'll show it to you guys. But yeah, I've got 2 accounts. So I've got the account I found on that, and then the one I sent to you is a different account. So I'm going to message both. We're just going to see what happens.
Yeah. I'll do the same after you message her, and I'll be very polite. Hello, Martha.
West Yorkshire. West Yorkshire, nice. I'm in Manchester, and Jamie is just outside of Cardiff, in Caerphilly. I think we've been specific enough. I was in. So I've just become a hiker. In other words, wanker. Now I like walking, so I've been in the Peak District, and the next challenge me and my friend are doing are the 3 peaks in Yorkshire. We're going to do it in August, and I'm not fit enough to do it. It's like 20 miles, 3 mountains.
Yeah,
but we're going to do it over 2 days instead of 1, because we're still not used to the long distances and that. And then we're going to do the national 3 peaks. We're going to do Pen y Fan. We're going to do Jamie, come with us if we just do like a Pen y Fan or something.
Yeah, let me know when you do Pen y Fan. I'll do that one. Yeah,
and then there's the big one in Scarfell Pike in the Peak District. That's part of because it's Ben Nevis, that, and then Snowdon are the national 3 peaks. Right, we're probably going to do that next year. Get the training in.
Yeah, good.
But I think in the meantime we might come down. I watched a video of some guy walked 100 miles across Wales from the Black Mountains across.
Sweet.
Just on his Todd, just chilling with a little tent, sneaking into campsites and wild camping and all that. I've got the bug, and it makes me an absolute arsehole, and I'm not fit enough. But it's good being outside. It's good for you.
Yeah, it is. When you get fucking going, it's really good. That's why I enjoy going on the Sunday walks and the Wednesday now with the boys. It's really good. It's just fucking up a mountain, having a good fucking laugh and a chat, and just going home and relaxing.
So I don't know much about West Yorkshire, Bob, but I know the only part of Yorkshire I really know is Ilkley, which is just north of Leeds, right? It's kind of like that lower bit right above the city. Beautiful little town, nice moors up there. I used to walk up there with an ex of mine. So yeah, I only know Ilkley, but we'll get to know it because we're going to go up by August. A couple of us are going to be up there on the peaks. So if you've got any pub recommendations, we found the Old Hin. That's the other thing. The fucking pubs. The pubs on these hikes. Man. We stopped. We walked like 7.5K and then found a pub and had 1 pint, and then you want to stay for a second, but you keep going. These pubs are so beautiful. But it's just these old pubs, and most of them are probably like 1800s. I mean, some of them are here as well. But when you're in the countryside, it feels more real because it feels more like what pubs were. You were just walking from one end of the country to another, and you had to step in a pub, right? Yeah, I've not
That's
got good
the fucking
shots at the pub.
rules.
But I mean, look, it seems a bit, just walking around and seeing some cows is nice, isn't it?
That's all you need. A couple of cows.
At first, I was like, "Oh, we're in nature. We can hear the sheep going meh, meh." But after 4 hours of it, it's like meh. I'll kill you. Shut the fuck up. There's 500 of you.
Fucking hell.
But that is that's the Coffee Kraken on top of Mann tour.
Nice.
And let me tell you, when it fell down the hill, that's what was left of it.
Depressing.
It was in my bag, and I flung my bag on, and it flew out the top and rolled down the hill. The cap come off, and I was just like, "The rum's gone."
Where's the rum gone?
Where's the rum? Why is the rum always gone?
Why is the rum always gone, Elizabeth?
Yeah, tough chat. Exactly. So that's going to be. But we're going to do it over 2 days though, because it's a 12-hour, 13-hour one day. So what we're probably going to do is like 7 hours on the two on one, and the last one on the second day. So we're going to split it up.
Yeah.
Not doing it in 1 day.
A friend of mine is doing Penavan, but he's doing the Tenavan challenge. You got 24 hours to go up and down Penavan 10 times within 24 hours.
That's cool. And there's a great pub.
Serious hike.
I remember walking across Ilkley Moor to a pub called the Cow and Calf, and there's even a stone called the Cow and Calf, I think. It's up there. It's like a big stone and a little stone, I think is what it is. A little wind shelter or something.
Yeah.
Up there. But, I've not been there a while, but I miss it.
Peter Sutcliffe Monument.
Yeah, the Peter Sutcliffe Monument. It's now that isn't called the Cow and Calf. That's called the Owl. It don't half hurt.
Yeah. If I only had a hammer. That's the quote unquote on his
if I had a hammer. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah. If I only had a hammer.
What a I can't remember too much about the Peter Sutcliffe stuff, but what a bodged police investigation I remember.
Yeah.
It was just like they thought it was some guy that worked on a farm, and some detective was like, "It's him," and they just spent months going after this guy, and it just wasn't.
That dude. Yeah, he didn't. I remember it was a Frankie Boyle bit before. Yeah, someone he was doing a joke about someone complaining about something, and he said that's like Peter Sutcliffe. That's like Peter Sutcliffe complaining because stopping to pick up hitchhikers and how bad it was for his clutch. It was just fucking brilliant.
I still maintain America does good criminals, right? And they've had some great serial killers. The Night Stalker,
some of the best.
Ted Bundy, what an absolute legend.
Ed
people
Campbell.
talk about Manson, but he didn't actually kill anyone. He was fine. He just gave some hot hippie girls some acid, and they did it. Thank you, CIA, for paying for that.
I stumbled across one. I was listening to a podcast, Decoding the Unknown podcast. I think the guy is called Simon Whistler, the guy who hosts it. And I stumbled across an American serial. I never heard of this guy. They call him the Candyman. Ever heard of this fucking dude?
The Candyman. Yeah.
Fucking wild as shit. It's like a 3-hour-long fucking podcast. It is. Gacy died. John Wayne, didn't he die like years ago? Like Gacy died years ago. They fucking executed him, and his last words were "kiss my ass."
Maybe Brett's trolling me, John Wayne Gacy.
Wayne.
Oh yeah, he died in 1994.
Yeah, his last words were "kiss my ass."
The death day. Mark David Chapman again. See, listen. People say there's nothing written in the stars. The universe doesn't talk to us. If Mark David Chapman was born on the same day, so Gacy was a clown guy, right?
Yeah.
So what I didn't know when I listened to a deep dive podcast, he never killed anyone or did anything while he was dressed as a clown, because I always thought he was a clown, and he was like, so he was a gay kid that was so scared of admitting it to his dad, he couldn't ever say because he'd get beaten up, and he got beaten up for wanting something pink once, like a pink toy.
Get his ass
so what he would do when he was young, he'd kill all these guys and lay next to them, hold their hand. It was like deep-seated repressed homosexuality. Like, oh shit, the only way I can do it is kill them and hold their hand.
Yeah, lay down with them and cut their corpses.
But it's all because his dad made that monster, right?
Yeah,
beating
what was
him
his
every
clown
time.
name? Pogo the Clown or something? But when he was Pogo the Clown, yeah, he was just like a fucking kid's
And he
entertainer.
actually, I think he was mental 3 times. And when he was a clown, he had actually stopped doing it. And he had a wife and a family. And he was a local politician and involved the community. And then something brought him back to it again. Like, I think maybe they split up. And he started getting into killing kids again. But
he had the Dharma syndrome of his bad smells coming from this house, and it's fine.
Hey Bob, we'll be here a while, but make sure you drop a sub, and we're going to be here much more, and check out some other videos we've done as well. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, I've got Bob. Take it easy, son.
I'm trying to be a human.
A humanoid.
That's Ken Harrison's guys. I'll go mental.
Let's not say anything rude. Kitty's in the room. Kitty is in the room.
Anyway, Jamie, love, romance, and what else were we talking about?
We were talking about how white straight men are the epitome of evil in 2024, and that's it, really.
Double rimmer salute for you, Click Eating Bob.
Walk easy, Bob. Drink fast, walk easy.
Kat says, hi, Keely from New York.
Hi, Keely, in caps. In caps.
Hi.
Hi, Kat.
Kat, what are we drinking tonight?
Keely actually loves Kat. Keely misses Kat.
Kat's cool as shit.
Keely thinks Kat is fabulous, in her words.
She is very lovely.
She's class.
And at some point, we're going to make sure that Kat and Steve come to the UK. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Steve.
Hang on now. You say Kat and Steve. I say Steve and Kat. Man always comes first. Women, if they're lucky. Simple as that.
Also, Brett Brock says hi, Keely.
Hi, Keely.
Look at the face. Look at Jamie's face. Look at Jamie's face.
Woo! She come to fucking like then. Is Brett Brock in the room? Oh my god! I gotta do my hair. Hi,
The artist from Nashville.
Can I be one of your whore ladies, please?
You haven't seen his feet. He's put them on Twitter.
I did see. I told him he needs a woman's touch.
Oh yeah, I was on Instagram when she said he needs a woman's touch. Yeah.
Yeah, damn right.
I'll give him a pedicure.
We'll abduct you. Yeah. Oh, it is Steve and Kat, not Kat and Steve. It is Steve and Kat.
Do you know what? I'm gonna fucking pay for it because I'm a gypsy, and I apologize for making everyone else pay for stuff. Although, you know, it did cost me like $1,000 to come to America. So come on now.
Well,
I know I was just retarded. Yeah,
we do.
Basically, I owe Brett like $300 worth of beer, and I owe Kat. Listen, I remember everything though. I owe Kat. What did she buy me? A round in the Headless Horseman on East 15th, New York.
What
was
a
somewhere
name!
Around there?
The Headless Horseman.
We all manipulated Mind Dog to buy the tickets to the stand and pay for the $100 tab in the comedy club, and then there wasn't much else. You gave me some edibles, but listen, I'm going to be financially better off this year. I need to pay for a lot of life stuff, but as we come into next year, we're going to have some fun. I'm not pointing at you, random lady on the internet. I mean, generally, all of us are going to have lots of fun, including Jamie.
Yeah, we the
fun starts when I buy the chest freezer.
The edible night is that the night you took a photo and sent to me of you in the hotel room, like fucking like.
Oh, the New York one, yeah. But we discussed this. We think this was Mind Dog's edibles because Kat gave me hers. Mind Dog gave me another one. And then I had one of Kat's in September as well, and I was absolutely fine. I was just high all day. But it was Mind Dog shit that he gave me. It's Italian big penis upset fake.
Forget about
fake competitions to give tickets out to people that don't exist. Drugs that he gave me
ruined you,
and it made me cry, and I couldn't move my arms in a New York bar. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get raped."
when you remember that picture, like a bubbling mess.
Like, homeless man.
I'm not happy right now. I was like, you deserve.
I'll bring the
Baby Reindeer.
I think it's time to see the crying picture again.
Yeah, bring it up.
My favorite thing about Google Photos is the location search, right?
I'm gonna get
New
Darian.
York. Yeah, Jamie's the real Darian.
And the real Darian.
Midtown, and now he's killed himself. I could admit that I was staying on West 28th Street in Manhattan. So
if you know, you know.
The only person I was keeping it secret from when I was there has killed himself. So I don't need to worry about that anymore. Well,
no names.
Let's find the crying picture. I think it should be.
I know all that it is to know about the crying game.
But the thing is, you've no idea, because I was so fucked up the night before. The next day, I walked for honestly 10, 15 miles in the day going to Jeffrey Epstein's house and Central Park and all that. And then later that night, I walked 10, 15 miles around Manhattan. And then later, I walked the entire length of Manhattan again. I think it's another 10 miles. And then thought I was going to get murdered by a man in a taxi with the door was falling off in his face, and thought I was going to get shot at the ATM. And then I flew and landed at Brett's at 5:30 in the morning, which is why I wasn't really with it when I got to Nashville. Yeah. Can we give me some slack, please?
So, just to go back to the Jeffrey Epstein house thing, while I remember, what would be good is next time you're in New York, is go down there and put some flowers outside and like walk back and just like.
Well, I wanted to do more, but they had boarded up. It was like under construction. They had boarded up. I couldn't even go to the door and like lick the door handle. It was. I would have done some more fun stuff there.
I think flowers on the doorstep would be a more impact in.
Yeah, so we start at this. This is after the. We start.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
Right, the tears and the vomit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the pub, by the way, I was in, Cat. The Triple Crown. Is it 9th Avenue? So I was like, I wanted some evidence in case I got raped on the way. And was like, that's her, Bob.
Yes, I got Darian.
The tears start more, obviously, and some more. But they were like vomit tears. Yeah, this.
That's the one. Yeah.
I think I'm just trying to say I'm fucked.
I've been fucked. Like, come on, you lip. Fucking hell.
If that's an advert to not take edibles off strange elderly men in New York.
Yeah. Strange elderly bald men who were kidnapped by Chinese family.
That's just after he gave me the edible. The creepy old fuck.
There he is. That's Darian. There he is.
We found the real Darian.
Found him. Yeah. Shit, son. He's there. Oh, I found. I have to. Let me. I've got a screenshot of a really bad tattoo of Che Guevara, which looks like Matt Nappo.
I offered you $50. You said no. But you did release me at a petrol station, and then I had to walk a long way. But I'm very, very grateful. In fact, I was going to hire a car, but between you and Billy Wayne Davis, I realized there were cars around. So listen, I'm eternally grateful. I'm very generous, actually. I'm a very generous man. I fucked up. Right? That's what I was like the night before I went to. It was 2 nights, a night and a half before I went to Nashville, but that led into the next day and into the next night. It was all one. I didn't sleep. That's why I turn up to Nashville like, I'm aware now. I've evolved from the trauma. I'm aware. I'm next time I come to Nashville, I'm going to bring $300 of beer in my anus.
Right, here we go.
What's that? What is it?
Well, it was on an episode of Gavin and Stacey, right? Where Nessa was giving someone a tattoo. Yeah, they said, "Oh, I want a tattoo of Che Guevara," right? And that is the tattoo of Che Guevara, but it's Mine Dog, isn't it? Snapple.
Jamie, you have a task. You need to screenshot that, put it on Twitter, tag Mine Dog, and tell him to come in here because we're talking about him. That's Mine Dog.
It is.
With his Kangol hat because he thinks he's Samuel L. Jackson in 1996.
Yeah. All right, let me edit this down, and I'll say, get on your fucking pussy.
When really he's an Italian American, and I, as ever, Italian and American. I put both of those in quote marks because you don't act Italian or American. It's not you. It's all Italian Americans. Oh, I want a pizza over here. If you go to Italy and talk like that, you'll just get. This is how Italians will look at Italian Americans, like, ugh, I'm Italian. They'll just go,
well, ugh. It's like The Sopranos, isn't it? Where they go to Italy and Paulie's like, "Where's the tomato sauce? Hey Tony, where's the tomato sauce?" And they got like fucking lobster and fish. He's like, "Where's the fucking
meatballs with tomato sauce?"
Yeah. Carl, I'm going to send it to you, and I'm also going to send it. We'll tweet it out now together.
Yeah, go for it. It would have been a lot, Kat. Kat, I'm very grateful for you and Steve driving me to Tucson from Bisbee, like a child, in the back of the car. That reminded me of being in the back of the car with my parents, and I thought, "Am I going to hear them have sex tonight? Is it what's happening?" I'm kind of lonely. I play with this ball that whistles on my own in a boomerang, and then I suck river water out of a fishing tackle box, and I wake up with conjunctivitis because I can't open my eyes. My mother has to dab my eyes open. Those are my memories of childhood holidays. Okay? But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I had. Disease and shame and loneliness. But I'm grateful for it.
And a mouthful of cum.
Wow. Only when the uncle came round.
He was always giving me protein. He's a good lad. He was a good lad back in the day.
Indeed.
Fair play to him. Fucking internet.
Oh.
Fucking. No, the internet's gone shit again. Here we go. I might connect to my fucking. Hang on, I'm gonna connect to 4G. I think. Give me a sec.
He's getting the 4G out, guys. He's getting the 4G out. You know how everyone else is on 5G? He's getting the 4G out. What annoys me though, I've got a 5G. I've got a 5G phone. The only place I get 5G is fucking Brazil. In Brazil, I can get 5G. In Manchester, 4G.
Cost of living, kid.
Just you wait until I get on the internet. Have you heard of the World Wide Web? There's porn on there and cars. On the internet, there's porn and cars. And pictures of hamsters. There's things to do with cats, tutorials. Can I wash my dog? That's the story of the internet. What, that looked like a cable. Have you got a cable to connect to 4G?
No, I got an extension lead. Charged my other phone up so I can.
I got creeped out by the red extension lead. It's all right.
4G, as far as the internet goes.
You know, I'm glad about that. I'm glad I made the precarious effort to set everything up on this tiny little table. Because now it's not a laptop, it's a monitor and the Mac Mini and the power fucking thing, and I had to unplug everything. But I'm glad I did it because I miss being in this room. This is my favorite room to be stupid in.
It's a good room to be stupid in, man.
But
it's a perfect room
one
to
day,
be stupid
maybe
in.
even before
Stupid
you
is a stupid does.
I'll be in a different place. I will not be here.
Yep. Well, if you're still in Manchester, that'll be perfect.
I will be in Manchester.
Good.
But by then, November might be a bit tight. But at some point, we're going to have a nice little in-person podcast place with a nice setup, all the gears, nice mics, cameras. We're working on it. I just need to pay for some other shit first.
Hell yes. I'm Halen has popped in. He said, "Do you want another beer?"
What, me?
Hell yes.
Yeah, if
What,
he
me?
could get the 2121 from Cardiff Central to Manchester Piccadilly, and then get in a Piccadilly to Deansgate, so I'm doxing myself, and I can see the train station. Just come down. I live at apartment 35, the Rope Works, Little Peter Street, Manchester. Just come in.
Just down the road from the
Maybe
Scientology building.
maybe I shouldn't have said that on the episode that we're sending a message to the stalker from Baby Reindeer on. Maybe I shouldn't have given my full address.
Oh, Carl. Seems Keely's here. Tell Keely your requests for beer and cocktails.
I didn't. Oh no, there's no. What we mean? How to talk to your children?
Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, I'm going to request beer from your children just by saying. All I want to do is to get to the point where I go, hey, and that means get a beer, or I say, oh, and that means make a cocktail. Nothing fancy because I know there's something wrong with them. Vodka, cranberry, and ice. Hey, oh, if we could just learn that together as a family.
That'd be good. Yeah. Something to work on, isn't it? Something to work on. That's,
Also, I'll pay them. I'll tip them,
Yeah,
what do they have now? 20p's? Did I get a roll of 20p's or fruit pastels? What can you bribe kids with now? I don't know. Is it a packet of refreshers?
Look at this. Beers and ice.
That's great. That's great.
Beers in a bucket of ice. Well done, bud. 10 out of 10. He's only doing this because he said, "Oh, are you going to message that chick from Baby Reindeer?" I said, "Yeah, we're going to. Why?" He said, "If she comes on, can I come and listen?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can." Education.
Yeah, I don't think she'd even think about coming. We're going to message and ask her to come on in the future, and then I think she's going to say no. She'll say 100%. Fuck off, or she'll stab me, or she'll go back in this episode. Saw that we called her a mental fat cunt, and where I gave out my full address in Manchester, and that's a problem.
Yeah, now it's a problem. Cheers, lad. Thank you very much, Halen boy.
Well done, Halen. Halen, of course, named after Van Halen. Now, what would be if Jamie's child was ever kidnapped and put into a van? Van Halen.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact you can't deny. True story.
I agree.
He's looking after my liver.
By looking after you, mean keeping it pickled.
Keeping it pickled, yeah. It's a wondrous thing when your family get to realize how much you are worth dead because of the company you work with. They're like, oh, okay, let's just put a triple in there. Let's just maybe a quadruple. It's interesting how the dynamics change.
Haven't I got to get like orchids for the wife or something as well? I don't know. I can't remember. I got to bring stuff. Fruit pastel, a packet of refreshers, a roll of 20p's.
Yeah, gladiolas, tulips, a roll of 20p's. Yeah, gypsophilia, all that shit. Yeah.
Let me see if I've still got those notes in this phone.
He made notes. Carl made notes from last time we spoke, Keel, about when I die. He's
yeah. Okay, so I've got a note. I've got a note dated the 21st of July, 2023 that says, Keely Flowers Booze Meal, 325 Dildo, Gladiolas, Tulip, Gypsophilia, Slimming World, Big Fiber, maybe Iceland. So I've found. Oh,
yeah, there were the notes from fuck knows when. Yeah, it sounds about right.
I remember.
Yeah, that's pretty much accurate. Yeah.
We just turn up with like a bottle of wine and a copy of Marley and Me.
Yeah, a bottle of wine and a copy of Marley and Me. Yeah, you make her cry with that. Fuck Marley and Me. Watched the fucking sadder film with a dying dog. Well, this dog didn't die. Spoiler. Togo. Shit. Togo. What a film.
Is it new?
True story. Google it. Nah, it's William Dafoe. It's fucking phenomenal film. True story.
What are we talking? 80s,
not like Baby Reindeer. True story. No, it's about 5-6 years ago, maybe.
2019 action adventure. It's like a husky or wolf.
Yeah. That husky, that dog, that became the not Siberian husky. The lineage of this dog Togo. Brock will probably know. He's a fucking husky fan.
So what we're saying is William Dafoe stars as Nashville artist Brett Brock, and together he and Togo.
Brock will probably know the fucking story. Which lineage of dogs did this produce? It was something like it's known globally now, but I can't remember. Not Siberian fucking husky.
Wikipedia is
yes. People after the events of this film, or the story,
your boys are descendants of Togo.
Oh fuck! Keel. Brock's dogs were descendants of Togo.
15th or 16th generation.
Shit.
Miles is a great book. All right.
Yeah. Fuck. I never read the book, but I really want to get that book because the film was absolutely incredible. But what a fucking story, man.
Brock.
Brock. I knew Brock would know. But yeah. Shit. What a fucking lineage.
The cruelest Miles.
Yeah, what a story! It's absolutely.
Isn't it the way that we're all related to like Genghis Khan?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he just raped him and his family, just raped everyone, and then we've all got 90% of us. No, it's 10% of the world's population are related to him or something like that, isn't it? Coolest Miles, Death from Sapala and his dog Togo. All right, I'm gonna watch this. Interesting, very interesting.
Key wants a one-way ticket in Nashville.
It will be a one-way ticket if we go in that house. One of my favorite. No, I didn't mean anything bad. I'm joking. One of my favorite Brett Brock pictures recently is one where he gets given a new iPad. I don't know if I can find it right now.
Is that
everything zoomed in?
That's Brock Blair. Keep getting beaten. Give me iPads. Yeah, I knew Brock would know about that.
I'm incredibly zoomed in. That must be from the Twitter. Okay, there we go. Everyone, by the way, if you're watching, go follow Husky Boyo at Husky Boyo everywhere. Very good artist, very good drunk. This is
very good drunk.
Sad picture. So I think if we go up here, Jamie Gandolfini, Godfather. I love that Godfather stuff. In fact, let me share this actually because I should. I am sharing it. Sorry, I'm really fucking. All right, let's go back there because I love this Godfather stuff actually. The Sicily, stuff is great. Having rewatched it fairly recently. There's Togo.
Yay! I fucking. Keely cried from start to finish, but the last 50 minutes, I fucking broke down.
Yeah. This is Brett with his new iPad.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one. You got the latest edition, the big iPad.
Yeah, Brock, let me just ask you a question, because you know when you put that fungi foot on Twitter before, is it the one that you've hidden in the shoe?
Yeah.
I thought he's got his feet out. Maybe he's had his act cleaned up.
That's the one where Keely said
he's got one popped in. There's one hoof in a shoe.
Yeah, and a frying pan between his legs.
But I'll tell you something though, because I got when I went hiking the second day, my feet were fucked. I'm not used to wearing hiking boots. Not used to walking up hills. My feet were fucking in ribbons, getting blisters and all sorts. And I put them in a stream. I put my feet in a stream on the second day because my feet had swollen up. So I just dipped them in this freezing stream, which was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But then I was embarrassed. Then I realized how fucked up my feet. I think my feet are really fucked up. They're like funny shape. Everything's twisted. I got weird fucked up nails. I had what looked like a blood clot in one vein on my foot. So you can't really see there, but my feet are pretty swollen. But I'm in.
Whoa, brother!
But that's in a freezing stream in the Peak District, and I have to say, 10 seconds in there and out, and then 10 seconds in. Within a couple of minutes, they're constricted back down. I could just about get my boots back on, but they were in ribbons. They're like I was walking on little golf balls. The blisters have come up. They went within a day though. I come back here and my feet were up for 3 hours, and then
Nice.
they were fine. But yeah, hobbling around. But yeah, I'm a hiking cunt. Feet pick, send me cash. I saw butts.
Hell yes. But
Gordon Lightfoot as a song cover on TikTok. Amazing, amazing. Oh, we'll look on TikTok. We'll find on TikTok then. Like, a bit.
Are you gonna come down for one night or two when you stay?
Well, the plan was for one, but whatever.
Do you want to stay? Just come down for fucking two, and we can do a nice next day big hike if you want.
Yeah, not for a walk. We could do whatever. In that case, then we'll sort out some special food for night two. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm free because literally the night before I'm in Cardiff, I'll be staying at the Mercure, Newport Road.
That's I've been in there
Queen
once.
Room, Superior Queen Room.
Yeah, I'm naffed about this because when I go away for work, I'm in like a fucking Holiday Inn or a Premier Inn, and Carl gets the Mercure fucking hotel, and I'm like, whoa, motherfuckers! I've been done by, bitch.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I actually got it last time, like cheaper than a Premier Inn in London. A Premier Inn in London is like 110.
Yeah.
Right, and this was. I'm sure I paid, or maybe I paid one something last time. This one will be on expenses, but it's but I'm going to request the same room because it's so good. It's fucking massive.
Weeknights are cheaper. Thursday is obviously going to be cheaper anyway.
Well, when I came up before, the night before I came to your anniversary thing, I paid like 130 for a fucking Ibis budget, and it had a bunk bed in it. It was just the shittiest room.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, because Cardiff's weirdly expensive for hotels. Even like anywhere else you go, you can normally find a good deal. Glasgow, wherever. But Cardiff is like, for some reason, a lot of the time, it's really expensive, and I just don't know why. There's loads of hotels.
Yeah.
But
so
no, this was nice. You could actually see from the window. You could actually see the hills north of Cardiff. You could see all across the city. You could see the cocaine that was brushed off the table that someone put on there earlier. You could,
that.
But you know, I went home early. I went home early because I had a queen bed, and I was like, I'm not going to stay out on the piss because I want to get the use out of that. So I went back with a kebab. A rolled kebab from Rotana and a tube of salt and vinegar Pringles, and I fucking just laid on there and slept for 8 hours.
Manchester, yeah. When years ago, me and Katie went to Cardiff to watch the Manic Street Preachers, and we stayed in a Premier in Cardiff, and our room was overlooking Cardiff Prison. You could literally see the fucking yard. It was brilliant. We were just in the window, making up stories about, you know, who's getting shivved, who's getting bummed, all sorts of things. It was good. It was a good experience.
Yeah, where most of the hotels are on that line at the bottom of the city, aren't they? And the prison's behind that. If you're looking south.
But our room was literally, it was a few floors up, and you could literally see into the yard. It was just brilliant.
But it's going to be good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy at least a couple of Bombers big boys and bring them up, because these are the ones where half the sandwich is in a separate bag. They're in 2 separate bags for the sandwich. The big boy, and it's all different meats every day. But there's normally a spicy. I just get a spicy meat thing.
Just bring a big boy down. We'll fucking guzzle that, and we'll fuck off at him for a
bring a pile of them in. Yeah, but I'll bring some stuff for the family if they want to, you know.
The family, yeah.
But if not, we'll eat it for 3 days and shit blood.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take it to the mountain with a bottle or something and just get fucking steaming.
That'd be the plan. Wake up, have a coffee, and then.
All right. Well, if you're happy to do a 2-nighter, that's fine. We'll plan a nice big fucking stroll in on the Saturday. Be good.
Work up some earn the food and alcohol.
Yeah, earn it.
Bin Laden wasn't even there, but who cares?
Is that a song about where the vaccines are still being given in the towers? That's a true story.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, that. Oh, well, I'll play the TikTok in a bit, Kat. That gives me an idea. Earlier on, I looked for because I was thinking one day we should dress up as the Twin Towers for a podcast.
Oh yeah, didn't
like you're the North Tower, I'm the South Tower. But then I googled that. Oh, sorry, Twin Towers. But then in like 2013, I think it was 2 students got in trouble for it. You know how the media gets. It's like, oh, this is disgusting.
They get yeah. I remember that Legion of Skanks episodes where they just done the
Jay
two.
dressed up as that, I think, or
It
Lewis
was
maybe.
fucking
These are
incredible.
two students at the North Tower and the South Tower.
Nice. Go on. Yeah,
they got in the
give us
media is
support.
like, and they win the competition. So we don't blame them. Blame the people who gave them the thing. These guys, that's not bad. That's not bad. But I like the detail on this though, because they've actually gone for like where the planes hit.
Yeah, they put some effort into that one.
This one. Well, that's
Some
before
real-
before it went down. I think it just happened to dress up as the Twin Towers.
Fucking wild.
But I have to say, hats off to these young ladies right here.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Big effort. Yeah. That's committing to the bit.
Yeah.
Good for them.
The towers are still there. They're giving vaccines in them now.
For sure.
One of my favorite things to do with that is to get the original video and then play the Tim Dillon song over the original video. Now I've got this Mac, I can do some decent video editing. I'm gonna do that and cut that to it because most of it worked really well. It's really funny the way it cuts between.
What was the song? That's what friends are for. Is it something like that? Yeah, that's what friends are for. It does work good.
Well, Diana Warwick, isn't it? So it's
Warwick and is it Lionel Richie as well now as well? Some shit.
So is Elton John there? Am I making that up? Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie.
Diana Warwick. Elton John is there.
Yeah.
Well, listen. YouTube would be dicks about it. We'll play it on Twitch in a bit. But just that original one.
Legends.
And I think at some point in a little while, maybe just switch back over to Twitch because I think I'm gonna get drunk. And although I'm with YouTube now, I'm just a bit. I don't care as much, but it's also you get the copyright bullshit for playing stuff like that. Songs are very big on songs.
That's what they make their fucking dinero, the dinero.
Robert De Niro. I don't think I like. I think Robert De Niro is a fucking idiot in real life. I'm not sure I like him. I like what he did, but I don't like him acting like a tough guy when he's like 90, going, "I would punch them in the face."
I punched them in. Yeah, he's not like a public persona, like is he really? He's,
and they've both, him and Pacino, have both like got young kids off of like 20-year-olds recently.
Yeah, Pacino has fucking been pumping some 20-something-year-old lass, got a kid out of it. De Niro's got a young sprog running around as well.
Ask grass and no one's riding for free. Grass. Oh, the grass. Someone near my hometown in High Wycombe shot a police officer with a crossbow yesterday, and then he was shot. We've had a torso turn up down there in Salford with no head, like cut to pieces in polythene. We've had we had 3 terror suspects, like MI5 and Special Branch have arrested 3 people plotting a terror attack in the UK here this week. Interesting times.
Good time to be alive. Okay.
So Shannon, something comic that I know, very funny, recently won Beat the Frog in Manchester and almost won the Comedy Stores King Kong in London. Very funny. But she knew a friend of the suicide bomber that blew up the Ariana Grande gig. They went to school with him, or a friend went to school with him.
Nice.
Yeah, she was like, they were like, oh yeah, he's just this odd kid, like the really odd kid that never spoke to anyone. And then he's fucking running into an arena with the ball bearing bomb.
Yeah, nail bombs and shit. Poor Ariana Grande, fucking hell. What a doing.
I wrote a joke about that one at first. I can't really do it in Manchester though, because people, even I'm like, nah, because it's probably someone's fucking kid.
Yeah,
been in there. At this point, I'm a pussy about it.
No, it's good to have that sort of mindset, I suppose. You know, self-preservation. I know.
Yeah, it's just like because I mean, actually in Manchester, but you know, I'll do 9/11 stuff in New York. So who gives a fuck? Right. There's Brett Brock and his iPad.
Yeah.
I can picture every move that a man could make.
It's good how we got one of his dogs to take the picture, right?
Well,
very clever.
Oh, that's what trouble is.
Nice.
So I saw a clip the other day about The Shining, about when Jack Nicholson looks down the camera and breaks the fourth wall. There's like a few of them.
Yeah.
And so next time I watch The Shining, and I have to look at it because there's one where he's having an argument in the room with the missus, and then as he walks out, he's like, he looks straight down the camera. He's like he's disgusted. And there's even some people that have the theory that we, the audience, are some of his hallucinations, or like the ghosts. You know, that he's like.
Wow.
I watched we're there.
A few weeks ago. It was about The Shining. It was a scene with Jack Nicholson in the room with Shelley Duvall, and he's just bouncing up and down like a fucking mad guy, and he was fucking.
Great, and they fucked her up on that set as well.
Yeah, they really messed it up big time. She lost her fucking hair as well. Like, she was going bald and shit.
I love these ones, Brock. These are your iPad stuff, right?
Batman.
Where you can see it being created quickly.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
At Husky Boyo, Twitch especially, but YouTube and Twitter as well.
That's class.
Awesome. Old Batman.
Yeah. Was that like Batman Beyond? Danny Trejo, yeah.
When I first went to LA, I tweeted, "Where can I get good tacos?" And he replied, and he's like, he set up a taco place in
yeah, that's
LA.
right, yeah.
He's like, "Go to Trejo's Tacos."
What a guy.
Yeah, I saw a shot from him on the set of Desperado recently, or Al Mariachi or something. He looks so young.
Yeah. I've seen a few clips of him back in the day, like pre-Dusk Till Dawn stuff, and yeah,
because he was originally an advisor, wasn't he? Because he was a proper gang member, and they hired him as an advisor for that sort of stuff on some shit movies. So like how would like a Mexican gang member or cholo, I believe the word is. There he is. Yeah, look at him.
Wasn't it Robert De Niro who gave him his first big break or some shit?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Something to do with Robert De Niro and Danny Trejo.
And I heard something today that Joe Pesci used to work as a pin setter in New Jersey, like at a bowling alley. He'd put the pins up, and someone met him there. I don't know if it was Scorsese or De Niro, or he was just like a jobbing guy at a bowling alley. Yeah, look at Machete. Machete was so good because it started from a Grindhouse trailer, right?
I know it, but I haven't seen it. But yeah,
the original Grindhouse trailers on Death Proof and Planet Terror It's Robert Rodriguez, but it's one of my favorites. I need to watch Death Proof again. I've only seen it once. But they have the fake trailers. They have Hobo with a Shotgun with Rutger Hauer. Hobo with a Shotgun. And then they do Machete. And it was a fake trailer, but there was so much demand from it. And Danny Trejo, they actually made Machete. And even at the end of that, they go like, Machete will be back in Machete in space. They just never did that. But
some wild. They did Machete too, though, didn't they? They did 2 Machete films.
Yeah, TikTok have got a deal. It's one of the. I think it's one of the companies, but they lost the deal. So when you see a TikTok video with no music, hundreds of thousands of songs were taken off, right? Oh, for the Batman one, was that the Danny Elfman stuff? Don't touch me, penguin with a big nose. Don't put it in my pussy. I was in love with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Finger me this, finger me that.
Yeah, I was in love with a girl at school that looked a bit like Michelle Pfeiffer. In fact,
Oh.
if you remember those videos, the two pubs that I was left in after hours, one I kicked the door in and one I just was there at Christmas time, that was her sister and her brother. So that both run different pubs in my hometown and both let me stay in there on my own. But the one I was truly in love with was looked like Michelle Pfeiffer, and you know, I was sort of coming of age, and I was like, wow. But like Selena Kyle, basically from Batman Returns. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. What a woman.
I haven't watched that in a while. I think I rewatched it at COVID, Batman Returns, but I fucking love it. The first one I love. I went to the set of the movie and all that when I was a child. But the Batman Returns, I really think it's a cool movie as well. Walken, Pfeiffer, DeVito.
Yeah, it was fucking brilliant.
And if you think about it, Danny DeVito plays the same character in everything he's ever. No, this is the theory. Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny. Danny DeVito always plays Frank Reynolds. That's it. Frank Reynolds. Every movie, it's Frank Reynolds. Even the Penguin, Frank Reynolds. Give me that fish. Look at those titties. It's just whatever character he plays. Even Twins. Tonight is your night, bro.
Twins. I was saying for fucking years.
Aren't they making a sequel to Twins called
Yeah, something popped up. Yeah, because I know him and Anya, best, like really good friends, isn't they? Really good friends.
Well, I saw DeVito. I went to an MMA fight in London years ago. My mate was a journalist for it, and we went to the O2 for free, and the press place and everything. We're walking around. Danny DeVito walked in, but because in It's Always Sunny, he dyes his hair, and in real life, it's been grey for like 20 years, right? So this grey-haired, bald guy with hair, and his little wife came and sat down. Everyone's like, that looks a bit like Danny DeVito. And then they put him on the big screen. It's like, it's fucking Danny DeVito. And people were, if they've been to a fight, like a boxing fight or MMA fight, everyone's a bit chaotic and on coke and everything. There were people jumping over the VIP barriers to get selfies. And he was taking pictures with everyone, to be honest. Yeah. Really cool. He was literally probably 20 feet in front of me. But I just didn't have the bollocks to jump over. I was like, I'm not bothering the guy. But it's pretty fucking cool to see him. But it looked like he didn't know what was going on. Like, he was just in town. Hey, is there something on? Yeah, come to this fight. They'd limoed him over, and they walked him and his wife in to sit down, and they looked a bit confused. They're like, why are these people beating each other?
Faces. Yeah.
Cage Warriors, actually, which was the feeder thing to the UFC. There was a Welsh lad in that, actually, but I think Cage Warriors now folded. It's something else, but this was a few years ago. But it's pretty cool. It's like, it is Danny DeVito. Okay? You just want to look because of the grey hair, because he has black hair on It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. I watched it. I've only seen the first season of that and maybe going to the second season.
You're an idiot.
I have to watch them all.
We're going to have to watch someone on there because they're 26-minute episodes.
Yeah.
I'm still 2 seasons behind. It dips here and there, but overall, it's like 16, 17 seasons in or whatever. And it's fucking phenomenal.
Still good, yeah.
They still do blackface.
What's the one with Danny DeVito and they're doing like a run, and it's like, I don't know, it's something about AIDS. My son got AIDS, and they're doing like a jog or something. There's
so many ridiculous plots. It's almost it's kind of structured a bit like Curb Your Enthusiasm in that there's something happens, there's a problem, they go and tackle it, and then it comes back round to be the worst possible ending. Yeah, so every episode's structured like that, but it's pretty good.
I have to watch it.
They're very good writers.
A long time ago, but I think we got like.
Well, they wanted to stop it 10 years ago, but it was so popular. Yeah, like FX or whatever just said, "We'll give you so much fucking money if you just keep making it, all right? We'll just make more of it."
Yeah. Some good actors in there, though. I say good actors. I mean, good comedians.
They're funny. They did a live tour. They've written songs from it as well, and they did a live tour of the songs. Yeah, Paddy's Pub, set in Philadelphia, which is like a cold East Coast city, is actually filmed in LA, which I find funny because they've got to pretend to be all wrapped up, but they're in LA at like 35 degrees.
Yeah, stifling, fucking hot, like cold.
But no, it's absolutely phenomenal, and one of the few comedy series where they're still doing blackface every now and then. They do Lethal Weapon, but it's like I can't remember what they call it, but it's like they play the Lethal Weapon characters like Murtaugh and Riggs, and one of them and the others in blackface. Hey, Riggs.
That's what you fucking need.
They're still hanging on to it.
I need to pee. I'm gonna piss myself. Give it. We're gonna contact Martha soon.
I'll talk to the people for a bit. Don't know what I'm gonna say. They're enjoying this though. Getting a bit old school vibes from this, which might mean I'm gonna crack my fucking head open on the floor like I did a couple of years ago and never go to the doctor about it. I think I've got like dementia or like a stroke thing because I was talking about the cannibal, the eunuch maker, but on the video I did the other day, I kept saying the eunuch mater. Oh, the eunuch mater. It's like I stroke out when I'm talking, and I don't know why, but I'm really trying to breathe and slow down. I mean, it might be because I've just had a series of mini strokes due to head trauma and alcoholism and cocaine. Could be that. I don't know. Oh, we finally took the mushrooms in the Peak District. They didn't work. I'd had them for like 6 months. It didn't work. We were very annoyed. My friend and I. We were quite upset, actually. Oh, okay. You know when you get something in your head, like I'm autistic and I can only eat fish on a Monday. That's what I have right now. What the fuck was it?
That was a good one.
Marvelous! What a lovely piece.
That pea to solve the problems in Israel and Palestine.
Yeah. Okay. So we can do this.
Yeah,
we can. I can solve everything in Palestine. Just follow me. I can solve it all in Palestine. We could turn the entire Middle East, including Israel, to a car park. But we'll have a halal McDonald's and a kosher Burger King to commemorate what was once there. Everything is fine in Palestine.
And a Walmart. Stick a Walmart in there too.
But yeah, Cat knows this. This is about New York. There's steam coming out of the ground. Love this song. Don't know why.
What is coming out of the ground? Why is everybody in the city acting like they aren't worried while they're walking around? Ever think that it might
I'd be pissed
that the underground has turned into steam? Like what if every time you flush the toilet they just take all of the fluid, heat it up and blow it out of the street? What the fuck
is happening here?
Facts, baby. Nice. True story.
It is true story, bro.
Not like
yeah, I remember walking past it on the way back from Jeffrey Epstein's house, just going, "What the fuck is wrong with this city? Why is there shit coming out of the ground?"
Steam vents everywhere.
When I saw Ghostbusters for the first time, I was like, "Cause it's in that as well." It's like, but then it's like, "Oh, is it part of the movie? Is it some work?" But it's literally every few streets they've just piped down and steaming out. I assume it's the Hasidic Jews they're steaming out. I assume that's the steam that they create when they're doing things on the mattress that were found in the secret tunnels. The Hasidic Jews that no one talks about anymore. Why did everyone forget about that?
The tunnels in New York, like the teenage ninja mutant rodent turtle things, whatever they call.
We've got to find the tweet because there was a tweet from a guy saying, "I think there's like Jewish people that live under my house in New York," and everyone's going, "You're mental. You're a conspiracy theorist."
Yeah, that's right. That was only a couple of months ago that came out the news. Right? There was like fucking Jewish people coming out of fucking the underground system.
It wasn't. It was just tunnels, secret departments.
Not just
Yeah.
Hamas.
Yeah, it's that's ironic, isn't it? That like, oh, they've got the tiles. Yeah.
Isn't it ironic?
The tweets say this isn't a case of throwing rocks. I genuinely. Okay, maybe I should be careful before I start reading things about this situation.
It's sensitive. Take it easy.
Yeah, but you know, people are mental, aren't they, on both sides? Like, just stop, idiots. As I said, all you got to do is fly out. Brett knows. Brett Brock. Is it safe? Is it secret? Is it safe? Brett knows. You fly over a C-130 over the entire Middle East, and you just drop magic fucking mushrooms out the back of it by the cunt load on those parachutes. Yes, occasionally those aid parachutes will land on a family. Yes, but it's like a 1% thing. Look how many, and they just come down, and all that's in the food are mushrooms and psilocybin, and then they'll all eat the mushrooms, and then they go, "Hey, man,
peace, brother."
This is what Hamas will say. Hey, I know how to solve the Palestinian-Israel crisis. This is what Hamas will say when the mushrooms from the C-130s land. They'll eat the mushrooms, and then they go, I just really want to suck some Jewish girls' titties right now. And the Jews, the Israelis, will say, you know what I like? You know what I like? I like hummus. I like hummus, and I like guns, and I just want to hug someone and get some hummus and guns. That we're me, you, the sheep, the cows, the pigs that we can't eat. We're all in it together. And look at that dragon over there. That's what mushrooms would do to the Middle East.
And also stick a
that's my speech.
1982 Playboy magazine in the mix as well. That'll just make things a little bit better. Get it done.
I think, well, either that'll end me or it'll be all right. So 2 hours 22. Middle East solved. If I just leave that note.
Solve that one.
Yeah, done. Literally, all it is mushrooms. Get everyone on mushrooms and a little bit of weed. There wouldn't be any of this beheading babies or bombing people into oblivion, bombing people into the sea or cutting baby, whatever each side is doing. Shut up. Eat the mushrooms.
Perfect utopian society in the Middle East. He solved it. Done. Sorted.
Everyone start psychedelics immediately.
Yes.
That's all we do. Yeah.
This is the perfect utopian society without any repercussions whatsoever.
All we did, man. All we did is drop mushrooms on the Middle East, man. For 30 fucking years, man. Yeah. But they were just complaining about the odd pallet that killed a family, right? They're just like, well, the parachute didn't open on one. The parachute didn't open on one, and it dropped on my son. And now I won't eat these mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's made me angry. That's the problem.
No more discussion on states, one state or two state, just a perfect, beautiful.
It's not a two-state solution, man. It's a one-world solution.
One world solution.
I'm not talking about the one-world government, man. One currency. Interdimensional pedophiles.
Here's the Alex Jones. Here he comes.
I'm talking about a one-world mushroom state. Also, though, I'm not sure it'd work because everyone would just be like coming down from mushrooms all the time going, oh. Last night I understood God's pure language, and today I've got a headache.
Yeah.
I'm dehydrated. So let's go cut some babies' heads off. I could see how it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Could work.
What is that coming out of? Anyway, you thought this would be about Baby Reindeer, but it's about the Middle East at this point.
The Middle East. It will continue to be about Baby Reindeer when we message.
What if we discover like a new land? You know, in Lord of the Rings, where they've got, it's very complicated when you read all the books, but there's this island that's for the gods, and where Frodo goes off there toward the end. What if we discover a new world called the Middle West? And it's worse than the East. It's worse than the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's like there's an island between us and America. And it's instead of just Jews and Muslims killing each other for no fucking reason, apart from they just believe in two different fake gods that don't exist, idiots. There's an island where it's just pedophiles. Oh, shit, that happened.
Yeah,
Middle West. Jeffrey Epstein is from the Middle West. He was the first one. You thought Al Qaeda was the worst and ISIS come along. Jeffrey Epstein was the first one from the Middle West. The first one. What's the next one going to be like? He's going to have like an AI USB dock immediately into your children. He's coming.
Yeah.
With
Stephen Hawking is going to be the grand old elder.
I really want to believe Stephen Hawking was a piece of... we know he's a piece of fucking shit, right? He abused his maids and made people suck him off and that. With that's pretty much covered. We know he's a piece of shit. I hope he was also banging people on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
That'll be a good outcome. Yeah, but for him to program wording into his vocab, that would have taken a while because he's got to pre-program everything.
This is how Stephen Hawking got away with it, right? It was like a 19-year-old Eastern European girl that had been trafficked by Mossad and MI6 and the CIA to Jeffrey Epstein's island, right? He works from all. It was like, hello, I'm 19, yes? You like my pussy? It turns out later she was 14, whatever. And Stephen Hawking's age, like, yes, like it. But by the time he finds out when she's on him, by the time he finds out what's going on, his defense is he just didn't have time to not type it, but like think whatever he does, like think it out, like
go for a tube.
I didn't know she was 14.
Yeah.
Now you in trouble, Jeffrey. The film's everything. Stupid Steven. Black hole. You talk about your black hole, Steven. You stupid black. Oh, you solve the universe, Steven. You can't even not piss yourself, Steve. Stupid Steven. I'm 14.
Yeah. When he talks about black holes, he's actually talking about a 12-year-old girl called Rochelle.
Yeah.
I was in her black hole.
I understand what it is to be in a black hole.
Yeah. Her name was Rochelle. It is 12 billion years old.
Sometimes I called her my little caramel maca.
Yeah. I was inside it, and I wish I was now, because what I know now was wrong, and I should not have been inside 12-year-old Rochelle.
I couldn't have possibly have molested her because I exist in the quantum realm, which means her pussy is actually made up of atoms and my penis too. And when they came together, it's just atoms reacting to each other.
Yes. Jeffrey Epstein is not really real. He's a figment of our imagination, created by the artificial intelligence in a parallel universe, and that's why Jeffrey Epstein is not real in this world.
That's what I hope happened. I hope that happened. I hope
that's pretty much it.
The worst person on the planet. Do you know who else I hope is a bad man?
Let me take a guess.
I've probably said it before.
Yeah. Richard Attenborough.
Would it be David Attenborough?
Oh, David Attenborough, yeah. Well,
Richard Attenborough was in Jurassic Park. He can't be a bad man.
Richard, David, they're both brothers, you know. Who cares?
You have a T-Rex? Yes. You bred velociraptors? Yes. That's Richard Attenborough. David Attenborough is the paedophile that doesn't ever go near animals, but just sits in a studio in London with like a green screen and some plants behind him and go, look at the little mouse in the Amazon. And there's just a green screen behind him. It's like, in the Amazon, there is a mouse. And they force this mouse to do shit in a fucking tank while they film it. Not in the Amazon, it's in London. It's in fucking Sheppey Island.
Yeah, it's like, Attenborough, why are you wearing a fucking shirt and these guys are wearing really hardcore, thick-skinned fucking jackets in the Antarctic?
They've got entire TV channels pretty much about David Attenborough, right? Well, on the internet, it's just Attenborough. I would bloody love it if it came out he was bad, man. Because imagine how many people it would just devastate. It's like, oh, I want a blue planet. I love the whales singing.
Yeah, him and David Jason would be great if they were both like the
I got some half-price time, price of Mazda carpet tiles, TVs, deep freeze, and David Hours LPs. I can't remember the rest of it. And then I from Shepherd, and then I kidnapped a child in a van from Shepherd's Bush. No income tax, no VAT. I touch him and he touched me.
Yeah, but he slips back and goes, but she didn't have a bush because she was 12. Yeah. Too young for a bush, Rodney. That'd be good.
What is he, like 156 now?
58. 150.
He is 98 years old. That's too much.
No.
That you should be.
What if he's 68, but the stress of all this Me Too stuff is
alive at 98. Yeah. Stop now.
Yeah. He's not that old. I'm telling you. He's like 68, but the stress of all this cancellation stuff.
Life pig. A greedy life pig. He's a deceiver and a greedy life pig.
A liar and a deceiver. He's worse than Michael Barrymore.
He drunkenly messaged when I woke up the other night. I'd had my fucking Twitter messages, which I'm always terrified to open, and one of them was open with Matthew Steeples, and I just closed it and didn't look at what he said. So in the next little while, when I get a little bit more drunk, I'm also going to open the Matthew Steeples messages. But actually, he's been very nice. Last time I did it, I woke up and he was like, "Oh, you should treat yourself to a gin."
Yeah, I love this, right? I see the hypocrisy here because for a long time, because I was fucking drunk tweeting people straight on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, you know."
Yeah, but I wanted to be a bit careful. I wanted to be a bit careful of it, and some of it was like a bit up. But yeah, mostly I do it to people that I know or I've spoken to now. So it's like Andrews get some of the stuff. One time, shall I take one time? This is before I saw him in Bisbee last year. I thought the relationship is over because I just texted him in like August for no reason the word Negro cunt. Just that. It was like Negro at 2 a.m. And then it was like, oh God. So I was terrified because anxiety. I was like, for months, I was like, that's it. Fucking why did I do that?
Fucking hell.
But yeah.
Wild.
But, sometimes it's just fun. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes, why did I say that to that person? Why did I message 37 people last night and now I've got to deal with all the replies?
Yeah. See, I've never done DMs like that. I was flat out on fucking Twitter, and but yeah, I remember a couple of years ago he was like, "Fucking calm down."
Normally, I was worried about people that we hadn't necessarily met and then we were thinking about getting on.
Yeah,
and you would get smashed, and I was very conscious of not doing that. But to be honest, in the meantime, I've done it like 5 times.
Yeah.
But though,
I know.
But though, there's been some there's been several people that have said, "Yeah, sure." But one person, it's just been so difficult because it's been. Then I get anxiety about opening the reply, and then I have to get drunk again, and it just gets worse.
Yeah.
So there's been a couple of people that I fucked up with it, but maybe it will still happen. But Steeples, I think we can work on.
Oh, I like Steeples. I would love to do a podcast with Steeples. But I think the thing is with Steeples, I think you give him any sign of like you disagree with him, he'd be like, "Go on, finish."
Well, no, I don't think so. I think he would happily, because him and At would disagree a lot about stuff. He's like, "Oh, don't you think this?" And he's like, "No, I bloody don't." So it's just like, as long as you're not, he doesn't like jokes about stuff, and he likes the royal family and Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Dennis Thatcher as well. Yeah, that's true.
My friend Margaret, we often took gin together. And Dennis got so drunk one night, the husband of the Prime Minister of England, I had to put him on the tube because he was so drunk.
Is he? Because I've only seen him once with Atwood again since their fucking fallout. Is he?
I've absolutely no idea. I don't.
Good.
You know, I get obsessive like times where I go down a rabbit hole of one podcast, and then
Yeah.
then there'll be like 6 months where I don't watch it, and that's where I am with that right now. I'm watching other shit. So
I'm the same. I haven't done Steeples for a long fucking time. Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I've been on the
But
Annie
as I
Jacobson-
said, in the next beer or so, I'll have a look at because I must have said something to him the other night.
Yeah.
But we've had like, I invited him on, and he goes, "Yeah, okay." And then he was a bit worried a few weeks ago after this gig. I was hammered, and he goes, "Oh, what would we be talking about?" And I'm like, "You know, stuff, fun stuff,
just
stuff you like."
shit.
By the way, Michael Barrymore was the TV presenter in England that a young man went to his house and came out having been bum raped, and now he's dead. And this was many, 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 many years ago. And the actor, no, not the actor, the celebrity was called Michael Barrymore, and he's trying to make a comeback. But I'm trying to find how do you find bookmarks on Twitter now? Because I've been bookmarking stuff. There we go. Because, oh no, maybe it was on the other one. Maybe I looked it on Last Rights. Bookmarks, because the shit that I sent you earlier, there's him singing.
Oh yeah. It was.
Oh,
fucking...
I know who did it though. It is maybe I retweeted her. It's Ruth Husko, right? So she's really funny from Birmingham. Her Twitter account is amazing. Dank Aykroyd is a Twitter name. But she was tweeting out this Barrymore stuff earlier. So this is let's play this. It's on Twitter. I think it's fine.
It's just
copyright.
Barrymore back in the day was.
So this guy had a
Look
big
at
sex
it.
party at his house, and a young man died, and his asshole was played with. And this is the same man.
Rescue me.
This guy.
In your arms, rescue me.
And he wants 7 men to rescue him.
Yeah, fireman, lazy.
And your love to come on, rescue me. Come on, baby, rescue me.
8 people went into his house, and only 7 remained.
Come on, baby, rescue me.
The liar and the deceiver.
We can see your love.
What an odd man.
Yeah, and back in the day, like in the 90s, this was like evening entertainment in the UK. This was like we'd all sit around, oh, this is fun. But looking back now, it's like this is just cringe shit.
I realise I always sit in the way. Tonight I brought all this stuff back out. You can't see it. We've got the lovely Husky Boyo Manchester drawing that he did, and that place is out there. And we've got the Bisbee stuff there. But yeah, I always sit in the way of it.
Good.
Be gay. No, I'm gay.
He loves a bit of peanut.
A lovely bit of peanut, a lovely bit of leg in his asshole in a swimming pool, and he's a British celebrity.
And the door handle was also involved, but nobody cared.
Yes.
Yes. I put up a couple of tweets and tagged Michael Barrymore and Stuart Lubbock's, I think is his ex-wife. She messaged me. She said, "Wow, you're doing well. You've sent 2 tweets and tagged him in, and he hasn't blocked you yet." She said, "I'm working on it."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she went, "Oh, you've done well." 2
Yeah,
tweets.
so this was a few years ago when he started to come back on TikTok, and he's like, "Hello there, Archie Christian, you know." And I just says, I remember asking him stuff like, "Are you still swimming? You still got a pool?"
Yeah, he's still
I assume I was, but I don't know. I never checked the response. I was too scared.
Yeah. The B man. I was gonna put something else up on Twitter about Michael Barrymore, but I didn't want to because I was gonna tag him in it. But the fact that his ex-wife like followed me on Twitter, I thought I don't want to do that. I don't want to put any like make a joke and she's there.
When there's actual real human beings, right? Because
yeah,
I always used to be like, "Oh, whatever, it's a joke," and I still agree with that to a point. But that's the same as the Ariana Grande thing here, because the terror attacks was here. If I go into a pub and just make a joke about it, there could be someone's uncle. It's a small city, and there could be someone's uncle. Or thanks for the new subscribers, by the way. Thanks so much. There's been a few in the last day, mainly for my paedophile cannibal behavior, but no, not my behavior, you know. Also watching this as well. But yeah, it is a little bit of like, hey, you can't actually be a dick though. You like have fun and say crazy shit. I did a roast of someone recently, and some of it was real personal. I don't even know him that well. He had stepkids, so I think the joke was, oh, he has 3 stepchildren, so his his familial relationships are about as real as the official narrative of 9/11. He's American as well, so I thought it'd all be fun. But that one is like his wife was there and she didn't like it. Like,
yeah.
But if I do a roast though, done like 3 or 4 of them,
all bets are off.
All bets are off. And guess what? If you say, my dad died of cancer and I don't want you to talk about it, the first joke's gonna be your dad died of cancer.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And don't sign up for a roast if you're not. But it's good. It's good fun. Good fun. He was cool about it.
Yeah, it is good fun. No, I been a bit more thoughtful of what jokes I put on Twitter, and especially when she followed me, I was like, nah, do you know what? I'm not gonna do this. It was like I typed it up and I deleted it. So no, just in
I've the amount of things that I've done that for, and then but drunk tweeted, and then the next day woken up and just fucking deleted. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, come on now.
Shall I tell you what it was?
It's not being like, oh, I need to say it. It's like, but I don't also want to upset like actual humans.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Pope, and then in that case, you're a king of the paedophiles. Get off your gold chair, you big kiddie fucker fuck.
Job broken down, yeah. Well, she's probably never going to listen to this podcast, so I think what it was, I was going to type and tag Michael Barrymore, and I was going to say you should ask James Corden to do Carpool Karaoke and do Night Swimming by R.E.M. I just thought, it might be a bit too.
that Kelp Nate photo is so good.
It's hilarious.
I mean, if you don't know who Mind Dog is, he is a criminal from New Jersey that has a fake YouTube account with loads of fake subscribers, and he's a criminal and a liar and a deceiver. But if you don't know who he is, he's also a good friend. And that is him.
There he is. That is a double spit, though, isn't it? It's like fucking. That's exactly who he. Yeah.
I do think he's got a massive cock, though. I think he's got a massive, thick Italian sausage cock.
Forget about it. Salami. Gabagool.
He's got his thigh tickler up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the thigh tickler to come on? The thigh tickler to come on.
Forget about the guy. He's got his male schlong is like gabagool before it gets sliced down.
There's some gabagool over here.
Bring it here.
Oh, we can play that Sopranos thing, can't we? That's on TikTok. God bless China for giving us copyright-free information we can play on YouTube.
Oh, bless them. They're going to take our data, but fuck it. It's worth it. It's fun.
I'm searching for TikTok on TikTok. I'm TikTok retarded. I'm TikTarded. Gabagool, right? Should find it. But there's lots of that. There's a great Sopranos intro. Hang on. Okay. Oh. That's a different. I got some Gabagool and Scooby Doo. That's a different one as well. Gabagool Sopranos, right?
I got some.
I can never remember who does that, but I definitely would have followed them. Okay, we can just watch the Gabagool thing until I find the other thing. But no, I really enjoyed the rewatch. We talked about it before, but it was honestly, I forgot how good it was. I knew it was good. It's fucking great. Love Tony's dream sequences. All the nerds that don't like him, I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it. It's great.
Gabriel sends me down here for the gabagool. Oh, this from a slice of gabagool?
A forward ham, salami, gabagool.
Taking the gabagool and shit out of the fridge.
Gabagool. Over here.
Over here.
Gabagool.
Let's get back to that gabagool.
Gabagool.
Fucking neck meat.
Gabagool.
It's fucking brilliant, Nick. Bring it here.
So it was a Sopranos. It was a Sopranos intro, wasn't it? And I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Biblically accurate, the Sopranos intro. I don't know what this is, if it's the right one or biblically accurate, the Sopranos intro.
Woke up this morning, got some gabagool. And then I woke up the next day and got some gabagool. Keep waking up, keep getting different types of gabagool.
Bring it.
Even got some gabagool from Scooby-Doo.
From a Scooby-Doo. That's so fucking stupid.
It's brilliant, though, isn't it?
Hey, gabagool. Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun.
Shut up.
What else are you afraid of?
Oh, wow.
Giant talking vegetables.
Giant talking vegetables?
But luckily, I've never seen one of those.
Hey, excuse me.
This is not copyrighted. This is correct. Fuck you.
What else are you afraid of?
Giant talking vegetables.
Giant talking vegetables?
But luckily, I've never seen one of those.
Hey, excuse me.
Fuck.
It's so fucking stupid.
You hungry?
You hungry? Oh, I remember this episode.
We got pie with pineapples.
First time here, try the Johnny cakes.
I can't eat that. It's got cholesterol.
I made it with the low-fat cheese.
Yeah.
Ziti.
We can bake ziti. At least 80 bucks is a ziti.
So what, no fucking ziti now?
Hey, it's so young.
Little gabagool. Oh, this from a slice of gabagool.
Gabagool. Over here.
Over here now.
Well, alabuto. Brought him Jersey's best sandwich. Fucking best in the world.
Hey,
happy
birthday to you. Got salchicha for you.
And pizza never hurt nobody.
Eat your money, God.
Can I just get some macaroni and gravy?
Yeah.
You hungry?
Can I just get some macaroni and gravy?
I think on the Sopranos rewatch, though, I have to say, I think I fell in love with just about all of Tony's girlfriends.
Yeah, them.
Even the one with the one leg by the end, I was like, really? Could I?
Leg. My one leg. Oh, the Russian bird. Yeah.
And she's just smoking, and then her friend comes home and she's just laid on the couch, like having been cummed in with the one leg on the floor. So what's been going on?
Yeah.
Nothing. I was sleeping.
What a show. What we got? What else we got? Tony. Yeah, go on, that one, but there.
Bastards.
Do that one, the one you're on now. Good. Yeah.
Woke up this morning, got some gabagool.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then I woke up the next day and got some
gabagool.
Keep waking up, keep getting different types of gabagool. Even got some gabagool from Scooby-Doo.
I finished Sons of Anarchy rewatch. I'm gonna watch this now.
Go
Next.
over here.
Over here. What
I forgot how rough it was. How like dark, and like Meadows' boyfriend they fucking kill him. That Richie kid. He's like a 20-year-old kid, and they just fucking shoot him in the face and pretend it's the black guys.
So fucking good.
That's what by the end, when he gets shot in the back of the head in the restaurant in front of his daughter, by the end, so many people hate him because he's been such a dickhead. Like it's all of those people over the years. It's obviously like the New York hate him. Johnny Sacks lot hate him. Obviously, there's people even in his own crew because was it Paulie that was always like flirting with Johnny Sacks, having oysters with him, going, he's checked Tony's names.
Yeah. It's such a big fucking dynamic.
If you think about it, though, he also got most of his crew killed because it was always come down to his ego. Because it was like, fuck him, fuck that guy, and then two of his crew would get shot, and they'd be like, ah.
Yeah, I like the scene. It was shortly after he came out of the hospital, and he had that chauffeur guy, the big
which the first time after Junior tried to kill him.
Yeah, and they were in the little bar, the little fucking hut wherever they go, and
Satriali's.
Yeah, Satriali's. Yeah, and it was like the big dude, buff as fuck, and Tony. He just clicked. He went like, oh, "Okay, you want some?" And this guy was like, "I didn't say nothing." And Tony started fucking fighting him, and this guy fought back, and Tony had the better of him. Remember that part?
Yeah, but I think that guy could have kicked the fuck out of him. I think what it was like he wanted to feel like a man. He realized he's getting fat.
Yeah,
and he's looking at him doing weights and stuff, and he's like, "I'm a fat piece of shit."
Yeah,
so I'm just going to start on this kid.
And he fucking
because of the respect, he couldn't fight back, and it was like.
You give him a couple of he tried, but there was another fight scene, wasn't it, with his sister? They were in a lodge. It was him, Camilla, his sister, and what's his name? Shit, they had a scrap. Bobby, yeah,
that was great. I forgot about that, and that's in the last season too.
Yeah,
but also
really good.
They go and take a boat out on the lake, and they're like, "What do you think it's like when you die?" And it's like, I think it just fades to black, and that's like a harbinger all the way through that series. You see these things.
Yeah.
What it's like at the end, and then Silvio gets fucking someone shoots some guy next to him, but he doesn't hear it. He just is covered in blood, and he's like, and that's part of it. Oh, you never know it's going to happen. It just happened. So I think that all leads up to that end.
Yeah. And that fucking scrap.
That was a good fight. That was a good fight. And Bobby was right. He was defending his wife.
Bobby gave him a fucking slamming.
He was like this fucking big away.
Yeah. He played Monopoly, wasn't it, or some shit, and they just fucking kicked off. And he just kicked off with his sister, and he went fucking. But Richie April is the guy because he was with.
So he looked like a fucking like a shit Al Pacino, right?
Yeah.
Richie, he had a look about him.
Yeah, because that was this Christopher's fucking what's his name? Ariana Drea D'Amato. Yeah. Richie was her uncle, I think, something like that.
Hey, I'm just going to say, if you made it this far on YouTube, this is the end of YouTube. So we're going over to Twitch at Last Rights Pod. I don't think anyone is on YouTube right now. So I'm just going to say at Last Rights. Who gives a shit? Everyone's there anyway. And
bring a gabagool.
Because I think at this point we want to play some stuff, and I think YouTube's a bit ridiculous about it. But thank you so much for the new subscribers recently, and including today, the last few days. Very nice to see people actually watching me talk about cannibals and pedophiles. And that's what I'm here for now. I'm just going to do that until I become a cannibal. I won't become that, but I might eat a baby. I'll eat your baby. It's got cheese on it. Go over there. Let's fuck YouTube off. I mean,
soft spot in the top of the head.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Last Rights Pod, Twitch, and Last Rights Podcast on Twitter, I think.